Double Goku comparison. This Saiyan is too curly. Synopsis. Tournament of Power. All 7 universes were wiped. When the 7th universe won the championship, a light curtain suddenly fell from the sky. Those who were wiped out and the universe are restored. The comparison live broadcast room suddenly arrived. The contrasting character is none other than Sonny Goku of both worlds. Marker. That Sonny Goku is so handsome. Bulma. I in that world married Goku. Krillin. That Goku never needed me to sacrifice to the sky. Vegeta. That Kakarot is so strong, I have no comparison. Chichi. That Bulma is so bad, he tricked my husband into being his boyfriend. Number 18. I actually married Goku, and only a strong man like him deserves to marry me. Satan. The Goku of that world turned out to be the savior. Vados. Unbelievable, I fell in love with that Goku. Son Goku. That me is too strong, I can't compare. Tova. For such an excellent person, it's reasonable to marry a few more girls, right? Beerus. That Goku is the real Super Saiyan God, qualified to fight me. 01 Tournament of Power ends, contrasts come. No boundaries. Tournament of Power competition arena. After a fierce battle, all the fighters of the 9th universe were kicked out of the ring. Grand Priest floated in the air, floated above the ring, and glanced at all the fighters. Grand Priest shouted loudly, "The 9th universe fighters are all out of bounds. Now, Universe 9, clear it out." Like a thunderbolt flashing above everyone's head, all the fighting in the arena stopped. The gods of destruction, Supreme Kai, and warriors from each universe tense up. Weiss looked at him with pity and closed his eyes gently. Vados stared intently at the people of Universe 9, not daring to blink. Sonny Goku looked at the two Xeno. Cold sweat broke out on his forehead, and his palms trembled slightly due to nervousness. Vegeta gritted his teeth and remained silent. Everyone in the universe is watching this scene. Their warriors of the 9th universe, as well as the Supreme Kai and gods of destruction from the 9th universe were all frightened. What does it feel like to be erased? They do not know. Suddenly both the Xenos raised their hands. He shouted in a childlike voice, "Okay, it's about to begin." A dazzling white light lit up. Everyone in the 9th universe turned into spots of light and disappeared in front of their eyes. Angel looked dejected and alone in the stands of Universe 9. Sweat broke out on Piccolo's forehead. Everyone in Universe 9 has really disappeared. Beerus looked at the disappeared person in disbelief, his pupils trembling. Being wiped out. Supreme Kaiksin was horrified and said, "It seems so." Weiss took out the scepter and looked at the situation of Universe 9. 9th universe, there is nothing now, not even a planet. What? Supreme Kaiksin was surprised again. Have humans been wiped out on the entire 9th universe? Weiss nodded. "It seems so." Grand Priest said flatly. "The entire 9th universe has been wiped out, including of course all planets, creatures, and even the gods." Frieza looked at the two Xenos in shock. "I couldn't help but sigh in my heart. Two harmless children, how could they wipe out an entire universe with such childish play?" Grand Priest saw everyone in the ring stopped fighting. He continued to say to the people on the field, "Okay, time is passing, please get back into the game as soon as possible." Beerus was shaking all over. I don't know if it's because of anger or fear. He grinned and shouted loudly, "Hey, the 7th universe, absolutely, must win. If you lose, I will destroy you." Sonny Goku forced a smile. "I told you ... If we lose, we will be wiped out." The 4 gods of destruction who did not participate in the Tournament of Power also had cold sweat on their foreheads. The 9th universe was wiped out. It's that simple. Fortunately, we universe don't have to compete. How many other contestants from other universes are on the field? Depending on the situation in the spectator seats, almost 2 to 3 people in each universe will be eliminated. Hey, it is destined that only one universe can survive. How cruel. Gradually, the fighting resumed. The energy bombs on the arena began to become denser. As time flows, the 6th universe, eliminate. 2nd universe elimination. The 3rd universe elimination. The final battle has begun. Toppo demonstrates the power of gods of destruction. Vegeta found a reason to become stronger, to protect. Breaking through Toppo's destructive power, Sonny Goku turned on a near-perfect Ultra Instinct. Defeated Jiren, breaking through the limit again and again, subverting the cognition of the gods time and time again. It turns out that the power of destruction can be destroyed. The myth of the first warrior of the Jiren universe has been erased. Vermont closed his eyes unwillingly. Finally, the 11th universe also dissipated. Only the 7th universe remained on the field. At this moment, a light curtain suddenly fell from the sky, standing in the center of the arena. And at the same time, everyone found that, apart from being able to speak and the move in place, it seems that he can't move. Beerus asked curiously, "Weiss, what is this? Is it Master Zeno's ability?" Weiss, "Don't know." Frieza looked up at the light curtain. The corner of his mouth turned into a ferocious expression, and he questioned, "These two little guys, can't they kill donkeys?" "We finally won." Cold sweat broke out again on Supreme Kai's forehead. "Your Majesty, Zeno's thoughts, you can't fathom." Suddenly, the just eliminated 7 warriors of the universe, Supreme Kai and gods of destruction were back in the stands again. Champa was shocked. "Hey, didn't I die?" Vados, "Master Champa, have you resurrected?" Makarita, Master Vermit, are you alive again? Vermit looked puzzled. Could it be that Tournament of Power is Master Zeno's game? Max, no, Master Zeno did not do this. Jiren looked at the 7 Super Dragon Balls all over the sky. His eyes showed confusion. Nobody uses Dragon Ball. Why did they all come back to life just after they died? Everyone is confused. The light curtain has a magical power, and their eyes have been deeply attracted by the light curtain. At the same time, countless light curtains also fell on the earth. On the 18th, Bulma, Chichi, and Satan all saw this huge light curtain, which was extremely clear and had no dead ends. In the universe, countless huge light curtains also appeared. Covering the sky and blocking the sun seems to be undeniable. All those connected to Earth also saw this gigantic curtain of light. In the underworld, Cell, Bojack and all the dead villains also saw this huge light curtain. Dark Demon Realm. There are also countless huge light curtains. Tova, Putin, Robert, Meshkapra, Demikula, Death God Sherem, Shamal and the others also saw this huge light curtain. Like everyone else, he was stunned. Number 18 in the stands wanted to reach out and touch the light curtain, but found that he couldn't move his footsteps. She couldn't help asking curiously, what is this? On Earth, Bulma looked at the light curtain curiously, and wondered, whoever made such a big display is too powerful. A voice sounded. The comparison system has been activated. Compared to the protagonist, Son Goku. Alternate name, Kakarot. Movie viewing starts now. As the sound of the comparison system came out, a specific picture appeared on the light curtain. All eyes were fixed on the light curtain. Not even Zeno can resist this force. Grand Priest was a little surprised and wanted to move, but he found that he couldn't move an inch. Fortunately, the light curtain was not aggressive, and he didn't struggle anymore. Just take a look at what's going on. Zeno asked curiously. Hey, that picture is Goku. Another Zeno said, is that another world's Goku? Supreme Kai, could it be? It's Goku from another parallel time and space. Veins sprouted on Beerus' forehead. I said it all, so you don't mess with the time. Now, in front of Zeno and Grand Priest, other worlds appeared. I can't explain it clearly. Wise, Master Beerus. Don't worry, this is not another time and space. Beerus? Oh, too shocked. Bulma actually gave Goku a bath, because Son Goku is very eye-catching in the ring, awakening Ultra Instinct again and again and breaking through the limits again and again. In the end, he teamed up with others from Universe 7 to defeat Jiren, the #1 warrior in the universe. Almost everyone in the stands knew him. When they saw the comparison system, the protagonist turned out to be Son Goku, and they all showed strong interest. Son Goku asked curiously, me in another world, what is that to compare with? Vegeta, Kakarot, let me see you in another time and space. It's good to know how you got here on Earth. With the start of the comparison system, the picture came to a high mountain. Son Goku, who is only 1.2 meters tall, is exercising. I saw him raising his hand casually, and a tree stump flew into the sky. Then he slashed quickly with a hand knife. Cutting the stump into even splits was a breeze. Cultivation is completed. Little Goku came to the river and dropped his tail directly into the river. A moment later, he caught a huge fish. A small body contains a huge amount of power. The fish, several times bigger than him, was directly carried on his shoulders. However, half of the fish tail was still hanging on the ground and was dragged away by him. Son Goku in the real world frowned. What? Isn't this the life I had when I was a child? Jiren's eyes showed a strange look. No wonder you can defeat me. This kid is already very powerful at such a young age. Bulma also had a look of reminiscence on her face. He murmured, is this the Goku of this period? Then, I should come soon. Oops. If Vegeta finds out about my childhood, I'm afraid. Bulma's face turned pale. She thought about the ridiculous things she had done when she was a child, and her face turned red and white. Trunks and Son Goten are playing together. He was also imprisoned in front of the light curtain. Suddenly I saw Son Goku as a child. Son Goten was surprised. Is that Dad? I look exactly the same as him when we were young. Trunks, yeah, just like you. Not smart at all. Vegeta looked at Son Goku intently with disdain on his face. HMPH. A lower-level warrior is a lower-level warrior. I was much stronger than him when I was a child. The screen continues to play. At this moment, a car circled up the mountain road and rushed directly towards Son Goku. Son Goku waved his hand and stopped Bulma's car with one hand. Unscathed. Bulma was shocked and said, how are you? Are you okay? Son Goku ignored Bulma, dragged up the big fish, and continued walking towards the house. Bulma shouted, hey, you kid, why are you so rude? Suddenly, Bulma froze. She saw a Dragon Ball hanging on little Goku. That is Dragon Ball. Bulma immediately catches up to Goku. Under Bulma's explanation, little Goku in the light curtain understood the purpose of Dragon Ball. The two embarked on a journey to find the Dragon Ball. The gears of fate began to turn. Everyone looked confused. What are we looking at? Watch TV series? Only Bulma breathed a sigh of relief. The Goku of that world seemed much more mature, didn't ask those weird questions. Moreover, the self in that world did not make a fool of himself. There is no seduction to Goku to be his bodyguard. He almost followed him out of the mountain on his own initiative. Soon, it was night. Bulma in the picture saw that Goku was a child, so he helped him take a bath. Just on the light screen, Sonny Goku's little penis is displayed, without even a mosaic. Chichi in the real world was speechless. My Goku was still popular as a child. The corners of Bulma's mouth also twitched. What the hell is this light curtain, and why do you dare to play anything? Fortunately, Bulma gave Goku a bath, just like a big sister taking care of her little brother, and there was nothing wrong with it. Only Vegeta looked livid. Kakarot, you bastard. You actually let my dear Bulma give you a bath. Sonny Goku scratched his head in embarrassment and said, it's not like I asked her to wash it for me. Vegeta was angry again. Okay, so it turns out something like that happened to you and Bulma in this world. Sonny Goku nodded. Yes, I only know the difference between girls and boys through Bulma. Vegeta almost spat out blood. But then I thought about it, Kakarot is extremely talented in fighting. But he is indeed an idiot. With his character, he has never even kissed his wife, let alone having any evil thoughts. Seeing his silly look, Vegeta slumped his shoulders and endured it. But when I think about being surpassed by Son Goku, I feel resentful. He continued to watch intently. He wanted to see what happened to Goku as a child. How did he develop his perseverance? Krillin's face was full of memories. I miss you so much. But Goku is as innocent now as he was when he was a child. Grand Priest looked at the scene with a smile on his face. Goku, whom His Majesty Zeno loves, was so cute when he was a child. Wise, little Goku is really cute. Beerus was speechless. Just a fool. Makarita looked at the screen with a smirk on her face. Unexpectedly, the most shining star in the Tournament of Power. It was so funny that he looked like this when he was a child. He. Jiren looked at Sonny Goku calmly and felt a hint of envy. It seems like he had a happy childhood. Toppo, it's a pity. That girl is so ugly. Vegeta said angrily, you don't understand aesthetics at all. Vados was curious and asked twice, hey, I remember that this Goku didn't marry Bulma in the end. It's like marrying a girl named Chichi, right? Weiss nodded. Yes, he married Chichi, and Vegeta married Bulma. Vados smiled, that's right. I think this Sonny Goku is a good match for that little girl. Oh, 3 Chichi grows up to be Goku's bride. The screen continues to play. Sonny Goku and Bulma soon came to a village. Sonny Goku overturned the own goal with a stick. Easily harvested a Dragon Ball. When stopping halfway to rest, Bulma was sleeping, and Sonny Goku was guarding the door, and Yamcha robbed him. Sonny Goku picked up Yamcha and beat him up. When Bulma heard the movement and came out, she found a guy with a bruised nose and a swollen face running away crazily. A smile curled up at the corner of Bulma's mouth. This little bodyguard is pretty good at fighting. After that, the two came to Fried Bread Mountain. Ox King was still a robber at that time, with an axe to chop Sonny Goku and Bulma. Bulma was so scared that he peed his pants. This made Bulma couldn't hold back. Damn it, how could I in this world pee my pants because of the scariness of Ox King? Vegeta snorted coldly. Boring. Unexpectedly, the little Goku didn't care about that, and directly knocked down Ox King with a stick, and asked Ox King to hand over the Dragon Ball. Chichi in the real world looks confused. Goku, he beat my dad when he was a kid? Sonny Goku also looked puzzled. I was very fierce in that world. Vegeta said disdainfully, what kind of evil is this? If it were me, I would kill Ox King directly. Saiyan is combative by nature. Others have raised their axes against you, but you still haven't killed them. Unfortunately, the Dragon Ball is in Ox King's castle. Ox King desperately took Son Goku and Bulma to the castle to get the Dragon Ball. Unexpectedly, when the three arrived at Ox King's castle, suddenly, the ground burst into flames. In an instant the castle was engulfed in flames. Master Roshi smiled. I will know later. Sonny Goku asked me to borrow the Basho fan, but the Basho fan broke and I threw it away. So I went myself and I put out the fire with Kameenya. Sonny Goku scratched his head. It doesn't seem right. I remember meeting Grandpa Turtle first, then get some salt cloud before coming to the mountain of fried bread. Master Roshi was taken aback. Yes, I gave him some salt cloud in return and sent back the big turtle. Later, he gave Bulma a Dragon Ball. That Dragon Ball deal is a fond memory. Although things are a bit different in the light curtain, but I have a Dragon Ball in my hand. They are looking for the Dragon Ball, and they will definitely trade with me. I don't know if that scene will be repeated. Thinking of that scene back then, my nose bleeds. I don't know if the light curtain will broadcast. Master Roshi looked forward to it. The light curtain continues to play. The fire continued to spread, and the heat wave followed. Suddenly, a girl screamed from the castle. Help! Someone help me. A little girl wearing an Ultraman-style blade helmet. He leaned against the window and cried loudly. Chichi looked reminiscent. When I was a child, I was still quite cute. Bulma looked puzzled. Curiously said, it wasn't like this originally. How could she be trapped in the sea of fire? It's too late, but it's fast. Sonny Goku in the light curtain catapults into the window. He picked up the little Chichi and flew directly out of the flames. Little Chichi blushed. Looking up at Goku's cheek, there was a strange light in his eyes. The scene where the hero saves the beauty is extremely romantic. In just a split second, Chichi was rescued from the flames by Goku. Chichi rubbed his hands unnaturally, placing them on the skirt corners awkwardly. With a blushing face, she said shyly, "Thank you for saving me. In order to repay you, I will grow up to be your bride." Son Goku didn't hesitate at all and responded, "Okay." Bulma in the real world suddenly realized and some regrets. It turns out that in that world, little Chichi was a love brain. It was so easy to agree to grow up and become Son Goku's bride. No wonder Chichi was so angry at that world #1 martial arts tournament. I'm afraid Goku doesn't even know what a bride is and has completely forgotten about it. It was precisely because of this that Bulma missed Goku. To this day, she is still a little confused. Compared to Vegeta, Goku is the person Bulma trusts and wants to rely on the most. However, I thought I wouldn't have to sell my appearance to Master Roshi in exchange for the Dragon Ball. Bulma was still relieved. Wrong. Master Roshi didn't come. But the Dragon Ball is still in his hand. The screen continues to play. Sweat formed on Bulma's palms. This light curtain is too big. Not only he can see, there are probably many people on Earth watching it. If you put welfare on the screen, it would be worse than death. At this moment, Bulma was the most nervous. The screen continues. Ox King lost his hostility after seeing Son Goku save Chichi. Seeing that Son Goku can fly, he invited Son Goku to help and went to Master Roshi to borrow a banana fan. The scene changed and Son Goku came to Kameenya. Son Goku is also holding a turtle in his hand. Little Son Goku said, "Grandpa, this turtle got lost. I brought him back." Master Roshi scratched his butt and said, "Oh, thank you so much. So, wait a minute, in order to repay you, I will give you something good." Real world. Son Goku looked reminiscing. "Grandpa Turtle should have given me the somersault cloud." Clint smiled and said, "Only a simple guy like you can do somersault clouds." Hey, even though he is much stronger now than before, he no longer needs somersault clouds. But I really miss my childhood. The light curtain stopped suddenly. Ding. The prize quiz begins. In order to repay Son Goku, what did Master Roshi give to Son Goku? A somersault cloud. B. Dragon Ball. C. Teach him Kameenya. D. Banana fan. Answer after the Q&A is turned on, and those who answer correctly will receive generous rewards. Anyone can answer, including but not limited to, strength increased 100 times, master the power of destruction, master the power of angel, need to abide by angel rules, dark magic, immortality, immune wipe, restore youth permanently, become the most beautiful person in the world, become the most handsome man in the world, grow hair, height increases by 5 centimeters per year, Ultra Instinct full version, Super Saiyan bloodline, Frozen Demon bloodline, Super Namekian bloodline, designate someone to be resurrected, a ton of fairy beans, Super Dragon Ball makes a wish once, having endless money. There's endless food to eat and more. Rewards are distributed randomly and cannot be selected by yourself. To avoid random answers, those who answer incorrectly twice in a row will be punished by being banned from answering 3 consecutive questions. Oh, for Bulma, thanks to Goku, the me in that world did not show up. Jiren's eyes shook sharply. What? This reward is so heaven-defying. Is it true? Vermit. If I can increase my strength by 100 times, am I not the strongest gods of destruction? Makarita. There is still the power of angel. Makarita, can our angel also have a prize quiz? Frieza, if I can have that kind of immortal body, I will be immune to erasure. However, Frieza couldn't help shivering when he thought of the scene of hell. Immortality may not be a good thing. Countdown to answer, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Answering questions begin. Son Goku, this is easy. It must be somersaulting cloud. I choose A. Bulma. Do you need to think about it? I have experienced it myself. It must be A. Kelin. Goku is my best brother, how can I not know about this kind of thing? I choose A. If only I could master the Ultra Instinct. Master Roshi, can you regain your youth? That's great, I can make love to my young lady. Definitely A. I don't remember if I gave it to you. Frieza, it's about Son Goku from another world, so there must be something different. They came here to find the Dragon Ball. I choose B. I must gain power beyond Xeno. Dispo, my ears are very sensitive. I heard Son Goku's choice. It's A. Somersault Cloud. Jiren, I choose A. Master, I will definitely resurrect you. Toppo, in order to maintain justice, I need to become stronger. I choose A. Vegeta, although this prince disdains to become stronger through other means, this reward is too heaven-defying. I also choose A. I want to surpass Kakarot. Chichi, I seem to see endless money. I choose A. Number 18, I hope I can also get money that I can't spend. I choose B. In the underworld, Cell crossed his arms and said, I choose C. I was completely destroyed by that Kameenya. Rib Rice, I choose A. I seem to have heard Son Goku say somersault cloud. Dark Demon Realm. Mechi Capra, the power of time and space. I must get it. Get one. I choose C. The screen continues to play. Sure enough, Master Roshi summoned a golden cloud. People are boiling. Master Roshi, let me just say, it must be somersaulting cloud. It seems that I answered the question very early, so I should be rewarded. Clint, ha 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 ha, great. I want to grow 5 centimeters every year. Frieza, It seems that the answer is wrong. How unlucky. However, Master Roshi wanted to send him Somersault Cloud, but Son Goku directly refused. Grandpa, there is no need for this, I know flying technique, this thing is useless. Master Roshi scratched his head. Ah, so that's the case, then what do you want? Son Goku smiled lightly. I want to learn Kameenya. In reality, Frieza was shocked. I got it right. Vegeta had blue veins on his forehead. Kakarot. Didn't you say it was a somersault? How could he learn such rubbish kung fu? Can't he comprehend it by himself? Son Goku was full of question marks. What's the matter? When I was so young, I didn't know Kameenya at all. Bulma was slightly disappointed. How could this be? No Dragon Ball, could it be? You still have to ask me to show that old man fat times? Kameenya, didn't Master Roshi show it after putting out the fire? He can see it at a glance. Why waste this opportunity? Let him cast Kameenya here. Bulma suddenly trembled all over. A strange idea came to my mind. The plantain fan is broken long ago, and Kameenya will definitely be needed to put out the fire. If Goku had learned Kameenya, then Master Roshi would not have gone to Ox King's castle. It won't make me appear ugly. In my own experience, Master Roshi took advantage of it at least twice. In the subsequent relationship, he was more or less taken advantage of several times. A strange idea drilled into Bulma's mind. Bulma said incredulously, could it be that he just wanted to prevent Master Roshi from knowing me? If I don't know Master Roshi, then I can only bathe Son Goku. Then no one has seen it all. Oh, and my ex-boyfriend Yamcha. Son Goku from that world beat Yamcha while I was sleeping. When I see Yamcha, he has hundreds of bags on his face. I can't tell what he looks like at all, and I just hate him. So, the me in that world didn't commit any nympho to him. Bulma's face showed disbelief. What seemed abnormal to others seemed reasonable to her. Every step of the Son Goku in that world perfectly avoids the famous scene that made her go naked. Chichi was disappointed. I got the wrong answer. The money I couldn't spend is gone. Number 18 sighed. Isn't the purpose to find Dragon Ball? Why did you learn Kameenya instead? Ding. The prize quiz is over. Get the correct answer. Learn Kameenya. This year's winners, Frieza, Cell, Mechikapra? Everyone looked at the king. Cell and Mechikapra aren't here at all. One is dead and the other is sealed. Whatever they wanted to do, they had to be resurrected first, or the seal lifted. Also, many people don't know Mechikapra. Vegeta, oops, the winners are bad guys. These guys won't gain any terrible power. In that case, the universe would be doomed. Son Goku, Allah, Frieza isn't that bad anymore. Frieza had a look of surprise on his face. Great, I want power. Ding. Reward drawing is in progress. Congratulations, Frieza is rewarded 5 centimeters a year. Ding. Cell is rewarded and revived. Ding. Mechikapra is rewarded with eternal youth restored. Clint breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, Frieza just grew taller. As for Cell, it is obsolete. The current number 17 and number 18 can hang him. Trunks and Son Goten fit together, and he can beat as hard as he can. As for Mechikapra, people from the devil world, what does it have to do with us? As long as they don't destroy the earth, let them make trouble. Beerus looked at Frieza and said with disdain, Frieza, even if you have the power of destruction, I can still destroy you. The ability of gods of destruction is not limited to destruction. Piccolo also breathed a sigh of relief. Just grow taller, it doesn't matter. Everyone familiar with Frieza breathed a sigh of relief. Cell's figure suddenly appeared on the earth. He looked at his hands in disbelief, and said in surprise, this is me, resurrected. Son Goku, Son Gohan. The revenge between you and me will be avenged sooner or later. However, there was still a light curtain in front of him. Even after being revived, he still couldn't move. Mechikapra regained his youth in an instant. The endless dark magic power in his body surged. Ha, I have regained my youth, and even my strength has returned. At this time, the maze can no longer trap me. However, he wanted to move, but was imprisoned by the movie viewing system, unable to move at all. TSK, I still can't move for the time being. Let's wait until the viewing system is finished. This world will fall into the hands of me, the Dark Lord Mechikapra. Frieza looked at the reward in astonishment. I suddenly increased by 5 centimeters. In an instant, his vision became much better. It seems that this wish is not bad. Oh, 5 surprised. Goku actually has that kind of thing. The movie viewing system continued to play. Son Goku looked at the Kameenya once and performed it properly once. Master Roshi was shocked. Little Goku looked at his hands excitedly. As expected, the orthodox Kameenya is still awesome. It's more powerful than the Kaigong bombs I was trying to figure out. When performing Kameenya, it's 3 points stronger than my strongest fighting ability. Just as Son Goku was about to leave, he saw the Dragon Ball hanging by Master Roshi. Grandpa, there is one more thing. I want the beads from your neck. Master Roshi, this one? One thing comes to another. I've taught you Kameenya. I like this bead very much. It's shiny and beautiful. This can't be given to you for nothing. Little Goku came close to Master Roshi's ear and whispered, I'll give you something in exchange. Master Roshi was stunned. Change with me? The screen ends here immediately. Ding. The quizzes with prizes continue. Excuse me, What did Son Goku exchange for the Dragon Ball? A. Show Master Roshi Bulma's fat times. B. Beauty photo album. C. Let Master Roshi touch Bulma's chest. D. Beat up Master Roshi and take away the Dragon Ball? The countdown to the prize-winning quiz begins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. When Vegeta saw this question and answer, the two options were to ask his wife Bulma to betray her lust. The head is full of green prairie. For a moment, anger soared, and killing intent appeared in his eyes. Damn it, Kakarot always wants to betray my wife's appearance. His wife's dark history and her sexual appearance are something no man can tolerate. Master Roshi turned his head in embarrassment when he saw Vegeta's eyes about to eat someone. Master Roshi responded towards the viewing system, I choose C, the feel is still fresh in my memory. Moreover, I buried my head in it. After speaking, Master Roshi spurted blood from his nostrils. When Earth's Oolong saw this scene, the corner of his mouth twitched. He said with some worry, the scene of me transforming into Bulma will not be played, right? If Master Roshi sees me, will he ask me to do those indescribable things in the future? Vegeta turned her head arrogantly. Choose not to answer this question. If you make 2 mistakes in a row, wouldn't you miss a lot? What's more, he didn't want to answer this question neither. Frieza reproduces asexually and cannot understand this thing. He said decisively, you should beat that old man and take away the Dragon Ball. As for everyone else, they are worried that if they make 2 mistakes in a row, they will be banned from answering the question 3 times. So I didn't have the courage to answer. Mechi Capra, that old man looks very perverted at first glance, but the answers are all the same, so just choose A. Number 18 had a strange look on his face. But if you think you get the answer wrong, you are prohibited from answering the question twice. Decisively avoided answering this question. Bulma's face immediately turned red when he saw this question. This movie viewing system is simply full of malice. Bulma remembered the shame deeply. It's just that this world is different from the world I live in. Son Goku clearly obtained somersault clouds. Then he promised to show him the Dragon Ball that Fatty had exchanged for him. As a result, I forgot to wear it for some reason. Got a good look. Then after putting out the fire, he asked Oolong to pretend to be herself and show him her breasts. Bulma became very angry when he thought of this. I really want to beat up the perverted old man. As for movie viewing rewards and so on, she doesn't care. Although Shenron took some trouble, he was able to make wishes come true. In the whole world, only Bulma has a radar. Finding a Dragon Ball is like finding a tool. As for power, what kind of power does a girl want? She doesn't respect strength. It's just wrong. Bulma, I choose D. Son Goku beats him up and takes the Dragon Ball. Soon, all those who wanted to answer the questions were finished. The viewing system's screen continued to play. Son Goku took out a capsule from his arms. With one touch, hundreds of colorful comic books appear in front of you. Pile into a hill. Ding. The prize-winning quiz is over, and no one is correct in this prize-winning answer. Those who answer the question incorrectly twice will be prohibited from answering the question 3 times in a row. Kelin, how is that possible? How is Goku such a person? Frieza, Nani? Piccolo, I really don't understand that. Son Goku. Bulma looked at the light curtain stupidly. Goku, is that really Goku? Why doesn't it look like him at all? Fortunately, I didn't answer the question. Let's see which Goku's character first. Number 18 blushed slightly, glanced at Goku next to him, and said to himself, this kid actually came prepared. He actually carried so many of those things with him. It doesn't seem like the Goku of this world at all. Blood flowed from Master Roshi's nostrils. Oh my god, I took so many out-of-print photo albums. If only the Goku of this world was that sensible. Son Goku scratched his head. Grandpa Turtle in that world seems to like reading books very much. Vegeta breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, it's just a bunch of photo books. In case Bulma is really seen, Vegeta will be renamed Lugator in the future. Those who are familiar with Goku all looked strange. Master Roshi, no, he can sit on somersault clouds. He should be very pure. Krillin, the little Goku of that world actually got my true inheritance. Is that really Goku? I can't believe he would do something like that. Goku was also puzzled. How could I have such a thing in that world? It's so strange. Master Roshi thought to himself. Maybe, Goku from another time and space didn't damage his brain, so that's Saiyan's nature. Chichi on Earth also blushed. He wondered, my Goku doesn't understand romance at all. That's the world. How could Goku have something like that? Chichi's face turned purple when he thought about Goku's character. If only my Goku knew some romance, how wonderful would life be? 06 Oolong, it was exposed. I have to run away. The screen switches to the Goku of this world. Son Goku drove Somersault Cloud back to Flame Mountain. Master Roshi also came to the Flame Mountain on a spinning turtle. Seeing the fire all over the sky and the helpless Ox King, he sighed. Hey, you are stumped by such a mere ignition. Don't call me my disciple in the future. Ox King was embarrassed. After killing Ox King once, Master Roshi took off his shirt, revealing his thin back. This old man looked weak, but he was completely different after his transformation. Those muscles scared the little girl so much that she jumped off the ring. His previous performance in the arena was still very impressive. No one dared to underestimate him. I saw that Master Roshi's muscles were tense, and he suddenly swelled into a mighty and strong man. Kameenya, a shocking pillar of light blasted towards the fire. Rumble. The fire was extinguished, but so was Ox King's castle. Master Roshi scratched his head in embarrassment. Oh, I'm sorry, I used a little too much force. Chichi in the real world saw this, and the corners of his mouth twitched. It's all the old man's fault. If it weren't for him, my life with Goku wouldn't be so poor. That kind of scene will be played again. It really pissed me off. Soon, Bulma in the picture found Dragon Ball. Just when she and Goku were leaving, Master Roshi stopped them. The agreement just now. Bulma in the real world was taken aback. God damn it, another world of me dodged it. Unexpectedly, the screen of this world was played. I still can't escape. The scene requested by Master Roshi was quickly played on the screen. The audience couldn't hold back. This old man is really perverted. How dare you make such a request to such a little girl? The old Supreme Kai laughed and said, ha 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 ha, it's great. The sense of anticipation is here. Hurry up, I want to see. Supreme Kai was sweating embarrassingly on his forehead. Old ancestor, don't be like this. Seeing this scene, Vegeta's face turned livid again. He looked at Master Roshi with killing intent in his eyes. Master Roshi was excitedly looking forward to the reappearance of that scene. Suddenly felt Vegeta's cannibalistic gaze. In a flash, he lowered his head. Just when Vegeta turned his head away from him, Master Roshi raised his head immediately. Don't miss that scene this time. Who knows? Beyond everyone's expectations, Bulma actually pulled the Oolong to the corner. Make Oolong look like Bulma, and let Master Roshi take advantage. Unexpectedly, Oolong transformed into a short and fat boomer. The audience in front of the screen couldn't hold back. I'll go, isn't this too low? I didn't expect this Oolong to have this function, ha ha ha. Bulma is naturally dissatisfied with the chunky Bulma who has transformed into an Oolong. Soon, Oolong transformed again and became an almost one-to-one Bulma. Moreover, the three-dimensional is one size bigger than the real Bulma. Bulma is a little different. It's okay this time, but it seems a little bigger. Oolong transformed into Bulma, smiled evilly and said, it's okay. The old man prefers. Soon, Bulma, who had transformed into an Oolong, followed Master Roshi into the corner. The picture gradually fades away, but there was still the sound of nosebleeds gushing out. A group of old perverts quit immediately. Damn, what kind of viewing system is this? Why is it not broadcasting at a critical moment? Damn, I took off my pants, and you stopped broadcasting? Damn, who made this broken light and shadow? I have to say, the owner of this picture knows how to edit. I want to ask, I have a brother who also wants to learn the transformation technique. Who can tell me where he learned it from? Are you afraid it's something out of nothing? I have to say, I want to learn too. I saw that Oolong replaced Bulma. The veins on Vegeta's face faded. But Master Roshi was not only not disappointed, but excited. When we go back, we have to let the Oolong kid come a few more times. Let him change into Lan Chi next time. Number 18's face was full of ferocity. I'll kill the Oolong when I go back. Master Roshi. The corner of Oolong's mouth twitched at home. Damn it. When this broken viewing system disappears, I have to run away quickly. After the screen of this world is played, it is immediately replaced by Son Goku of another world. In the same scene, Son Goku came to the flame mountain alone. I saw him gather energy in both hands, and easily extinguished the fire with Kameenya. Not only was the fire extinguished, but the castle was not damaged. Soon, Son Goku and Bulma came to the castle. The glitter is all jewelry, gold, and banknotes. The Dragon Ball was also easily found. Real world. Number 18 said incredulously, it turns out that Chichi lived such a wealthy life when he was a child. What a proper little princess. Chichi looked at the jewels all over the floor, with a look of nostalgia on his face. That Goku doesn't seem reckless at all. My family property has been preserved. In that world, after marrying Goku, I should live a very prosperous life, right? Thinking of this, Chichi had a look of anticipation on his face. I look forward to their future life. After Zeno saw Kameenya put out the fire, he also took a Kameenya pose and gestured. Just not a hint of Ki blast coming out. Ooh, Kameenya is so interesting. This viewing system is so interesting. Yeah, it's so fun, and it can put out fires. The screen continues to play. Son Goku and Bulma walked out of the castle, ready to find the next Dragon Ball. Chichi waved at Goku at the castle gate. Goku, remember to grow up and marry me. Hearing Chichi's words, the corner of Bulma's mouth in the light curtain twitched into a smile. Are kids nowadays so precocious? Does the brat know what a bride is? No matter how you think about it, it's unreliable. I guess I'll forget about it in a few years. 07 shocked, Bulma confessed to Goku. The scene changes. Switched to another screen. A historical picture of the world. Little Goku, Bulma, Yanka, Oolong met Pilaf and his gang. After some confrontation, Pilaf and his gang snatched the Dragon Ball, and locked them in a room made of steel walls. Several people were trapped and could not break through the room. Son Goku's Kameenya was also unable to penetrate the wall. Pilaf summoned 7 Dragon Balls to make a wish. After the spell, Shenron snaked up into the sky. Say your wish and any wish will come true. Pilaf yelled, Let me rule the world. Unexpectedly, Oolong turned into a bird, flew in front of Shenron, and finished his wish first. I want a girl with fat times. God's eyes flashed red. A woman's fat times fell from the sky and landed on Oolong's face. Your wish has been fulfilled. There will be a period later. Oolong looked at the scene with a look of nostalgia on his face. I still keep the original fat times. Frieza's mouth twitched. He never imagined that the powerful Dragon Ball could be used to make such a low-level wish. Vegeta pouted disdainfully. What a bunch of fools. Master Roshi, Oolong actually made such a wish. I wanted to. Kelin, is this something that happened in my world? Unexpectedly, Goku was quite happy at that time. The light curtain gradually blurred. In a blink of an eye, he returned to that world again. Sunny Goku Bulma too, no one else. The two also met Pilaf and his gang. Pilaf, Xiaowu, and Exa drove the huge robot and rushed towards Bulma and Sunny Goku. Iron Body, Q giant Ongs, also equipped with machine gun weapons. Hand over the Dragon Ball, or I'll be rude. Bulma was so frightened that her legs started to go limp, and she covered her mouth with her hands in fright. Little Goku patted Bulma on the back warmly. He said softly, Bulma, don't be afraid, I will protect you. Bulma's face turned red, and then she nodded frantically. Hid behind little Goku, a machismo. Huge robot faces tiny Goku. There is also Bulma behind him. Although the little Goku is not tall enough, but when Bulma hides behind the little Goku, it was as if all dangers were blocked by him, and the sense of security was overwhelming. Seeing this scene, Vegeta in the real world broke the defense again. No way, Kakarot actually understands this. Vados, although this Goku is still young, he knows how to be considerate of girls. Lan Chi on the earth looked at the picture, a little strange. That Goku is really different from this Goku. He is very good at taking care of girls. Kelin, how do you feel that Goku seems to be more handsome? Number 18. Goku in that world always seems to have a sense of security. Bulma looked at this scene, and the confusion in her eyes deepened. Goku, when did he become so considerate? If he had been like this in this world, what else am I looking for? Dragon Ball, isn't this the one for me? Chichi watched Goku protect Bulma, and said such heartwarming words, with mixed feelings in his heart. Why? Good husbands belong to others. That Goku is just so heartwarming. It's hard to imagine how happy it would be for me in that world to marry him. The light curtain continued to play. In the next second, Sunny Goku pointed at the giant robot with one finger. A not very big energy wave blasted up. Boom. The robot exploded with a bang. During the explosion, Xiaowu, Exu and Pilaf were blown out. The figures of the three flew farther and farther away, and soon, they turned into 3 stars and disappeared. Hilariously, Pilaf yelled, "We'll be back," before disappearing. The funny atmosphere is full. Bulma hugged Goku excitedly. Those 2 balls of softness kept rubbing against Goku's face, and kissed Goku hard on the cheek. Still shouting in his mouth, "Goku, you are so amazing." Goku rubbed his face and said, "I promised Chichi that I will marry her as my bride." "You actually kissed me again. You make it difficult for me like this." Bulma's face froze. Suddenly, Bulma blushed. She bent down slightly, faced Son Goku, and asked, "Goku, will you be my boyfriend when you grow up?" Vegeta's complexion in the real world froze again. "Who made this shit comparison video?" "Kakarot, I want to kill you!" Exclamation mark. Kelin also had black lines all over his face. Bulma was really fickle when she was a child, and she even had a crush on Goku. Oolong, hee, I guessed it a long time ago. Bulma has always been skittish. See one and fall in love with the other. Lan Chi, Bulma actually confessed to Goku. Hee. Bulma, oh my god, how could I in that world think that way about Goku? Think again. No, that Goku is not the same as the Goku of this world. Not only is he much smarter, but he is also very warm. That Bulma has never been in any danger. Feeling full of security. The screen also stopped at this scene. Ding. The prize quiz is on. May I ask if Sunny Goku from another time and space became Bulma's boyfriend? A. It has become. B. No. The price comparison of this question is simple, and the answer is to choose one of the two. There is only one kind of reward. Earth Shenron makes a wish once. Rewards will be issued at the end of viewing. The countdown to the answer starts 10, 9, 8. Bulma, are you going to meet your parents? I'm so shy. Seeing this question, Chichi immediately replied, although it is not a time and space, but that Goku promised me to be his new wife. He must not be Bulma's boyfriend. I choose B. Frieza, what the hell are these questions? Can this also be a prize quiz? My Majesty gave up answering this question. Vegeta, what the hell question? How could Bulma choose? That idiot. I choose B. However, Vegeta had some regrets after the selection. That world is different from this world. The two Sunny Goku have very different personalities. Although the strength seems to be similar, that Kakarot is more mature in mind. Moreover, there is a sense of responsibility from an early age. I won't get it wrong this time, will I? Looking at the problem of the picture, Bulma fell into deep thought. My personality in that world is the same as my personality in this world. That Goku should choose me, right? Bulma wasn't so sure either. After all, when they left Ox King's castle, Chichi made an agreement with him to marry her as his bride when he grows up. Thinking of this, Bulma felt a little regretful. With such a simple sentence, Son Goku was abducted. If only myself in that world could marry Goku. That Goku is not only handsome and strong, but also knows how to take care of girls. No matter in terms of mind or strength, he is a proper male god. Bulma raised his head. Although it's not the same world, I still want the boyfriend that I can ride Goku, so I choose A. There was a faint smile on the corner of number 18's mouth. Said, Bulma in that world is very sober. Such a strong and caring Goku is indeed the Prince Charming of many girls. What is the agreement? Married and divorced. If I were that Bulma, I would definitely be his girlfriend. Such a good man can't run away. I choose A. Kelin's face turned green when he heard number 18's words. Secretly said, no, number 18 also likes Goku in that world. Krillin then takes a sneak peek at the world's goofy Goku. I was relieved. Fortunately, the Goku of this world is not that good. Clint, I choose B. As for the others, they don't quite understand these. Some people were chosen randomly. Makarita looked at Goku, the little warm boy in the world, and felt slightly moved. That little Goku is very responsible. It gives girls a sense of security. I think even if he doesn't want to, Bulma will trick him into being her boyfriend. I choose A2. Champa, damn it, what's the problem? Vados, what do you think? Vados covered his mouth and smiled. Giggle, if I were Bulma, I would never let Son Goku go. Be sure to trick him into being your boyfriend. It hurts so much. I choose A. Weiss glanced at Vados curiously. Asked, sister, are you tempted? Vados blushed. Nonsense, such an excellent boy. Which girl doesn't like it? Weiss, it seems to be. Although that Goku is still young, there is nothing childish about it. Compared with Goku in this world when he was a child, there are completely two people. Max, if it were me, I wouldn't let Son Goku go. It's hard to find such a childish man with a lantern, even if he is tricked and kidnapped. He must be obtained. I choose A2. Lan Chi on Earth looked at Goku in the picture. Her face became a little rosy. That Goku is so heartwarming. I choose A2. Soon, everyone had finished choosing their answers. 70% chose A and 30% chose B. Question mark ding. Movie watching continues. Question mark. The screen continues to play. Little Goku raised his head and said, why didn't you tell me earlier? I have already promised Chichi. I will marry her as my bride when I grow up. Bulma's face didn't pause at all, and immediately showed a wretched look. He hugged the little Goku and said, Goku, you two are still young, you can't take what a child says seriously. Besides, neither of you has any emotional basis, you only met once, and you forget about it when you grow up. Son Goku shook his head. That's not good. It's hard to chase after a word. If Chichi grows up and asks me to marry her, I will still marry her. Bulma's face froze. Immediately afterwards, he changed into an expression of coaxing the children. He whispered to Goku, it's just boyfriend and girlfriend, not necessarily married. Do you think this is good? If you promise to be my boyfriend, I will treat you to 100 meals! Exclamation mark. Goku's eyes tangled. Well, then, Son Goku still succumbed to the temptation of delicious food. Bulma hugged little Goku excitedly, and kissed him hard on the cheek. Ding. The prize quiz is over. The correct answer is, Bulma, number 18, Lanky, Vados, Zeno. After watching the movie, the rewards will be issued immediately. Please continue to watch the movie. Question mark. A green light suddenly appeared in Vegeta's hair. Kakarot, I'm going to kill you. Son Goku was shocked. Hey, Vegeta, don't mess around. That's me in that world. It has nothing to do with me in this world. Vados, well done Bulma in that world. Number 18, sure enough, that little Bulma still understands it very well, so he just tricked him with delicious food. Beerus, although being a boyfriend is a bit boring, the main reason is that the temptation of 100 meals is too great. Beerus and Weiss thought of something instantly, and their expressions became a little unnatural. In this world, Bulma has provided them with delicious food. Neither of them could resist the temptation, and gradually became Bulma's amulet. Now, even if Bulma yelled at Beerus, Beerus didn't dare to get angry. I'm used to it. Kelin shook his head secretly, although that Goku is very heartwarming. He is still very principled. Blame Bulma for being too insidious. The screen continued to play. Bulma has collected 7 Dragon Balls and is a little confused. Goku, the purpose of my search for Dragon Ball is to find a boyfriend. Now that I have you as my boyfriend, that wish is useless. Do you have any wish? Let this wish be given to you. Son Goku pondered for a moment and said, I want my mother to be resurrected on Earth. Is that okay? Bulma was taken aback. Yes. Nobody just pops out of the rock. This kid must have become an orphan because his parents died. Bulma's face turned red. Are you going to see your parents so soon? Wait, let me dress up first. 09 Mother and Child Reunion. 1 year later. Seeing that world, little Goku's wish is to resurrect the mother. Son Goku was stunned. Kelin's eyes suddenly brightened. That's right, Goku, we've collected so many Dragon Balls, and we haven't revived your parents yet. Son Goku, that's right. I didn't remember. Vegeta, after being dead for so long, can the Dragon Ball still work? Weiss, if you're reincarnated, it won't work. If you haven't reincarnated yet, it should be fine. Number 18, Really? Vados cupped his hands to his cheeks. I really like that Goku. Not only is he good at taking care of girls, but also very filial. When I have a wish, I don't think about myself, but I actually want to resurrect my mother who I have never met. Grand Priest. Unexpectedly, Mr. Goku in that world is so sensible at a young age, and he is a very loving person. Frieza. The stinky monkeys in that world seem to have better brains, and they seem to be harder to deal with. Supreme Kaiksin. This is much better than asking a girl to be fat. Number 17. I've thought about this too. It would be great if I could revive my parents. Number 18. This is a serious wish. Having said that, we are not as sensible as him. Soon Bulma finished dressing up, put on a more conservative clothes. The two began to summon Shenron. 7 Dragon Balls light up. A golden light flashed across the sky, and the green Shenron appeared. Say your wish, and any wish will come true. Son Goku said loudly, please bring my mother back to life in front of me. Shenron's eyes glowed red. Very simple. Suddenly, a ball of light appeared in front of Son Goku and Bulma. The light flickered away. A confused woman appeared. She's wearing Saiyan armor, has big eyes, and has a nice figure. Like Goku, it also has a tail behind it. This person is none other than Goku's mother, Jine. I'm not dead. How can I be here? I am. Jine looked confused, not knowing exactly what was going on. Suddenly she saw little Goku. Her eyes trembled suddenly. Jine couldn't bear the longing for his son, rushed to little Goku, and hugged little Goku. Kakarot. Is that really you? It's me. Just hugging Goku tightly made Goku a little out of breath. But Goku didn't fight back. He could feel Jine shaking all over. Beyond the light curtain, everyone saw this scene. Can't help but bless them. Chichi wiped away his tears and said, little Goku in that world, what a good boy. Jiren couldn't help trembling his eyes and said, unexpectedly, it's so easy for Dragon Ball to revive a person. Vados produced a handkerchief out of nowhere. While wiping tears, he said, hey, I really can't see this kind of picture. The reunion of mother and child is so touching. Vegeta. Unexpectedly, Kakarot in that world is someone he wants to protect since he was a child. Master Roshi. Wow, Goku's mother is so beautiful. Number 18. If I could move now, I'd beat you up, you perverted old man. Master Roshi, shivering. Many soldiers were silent for a long time after seeing this scene. Once pursued power, but forgot the original pursuit. Isn't having power just to protect the one you love the most? The two hugged for a long time, but none of the audience urged. A moment later, Jine distanced himself a little and looked at Goku carefully. It's hard to imagine that my son is so old. Am I not dead? How did you bring me back to life? Little Goku felt the temperature of Jine, nodded and said, Mom, we have Dragon Balls on Earth. Once you collect all 7, you can summon Shenron. Any wish can come true. Jine was taken aback. Shenron? Well, Mom, don't worry about this. Let Bulma tell you later. Upon hearing Bulma, Jine looked past Goku and looked at Bulma behind her. Bulma also saw Jine's gaze suddenly being watched by the elders. He immediately showed a look of embarrassment, and his face was slightly red. Kakarot, who is she? Bulma's eyes flickered, and she said politely, hello, auntie, I'm Goku's girlfriend. Girlfriend? Question mark. Jine's face blinked in disbelief. My son is amazing to have a girlfriend at such an age. It's quite beautiful. A smile appeared on Bulma's face. Thank you, auntie. Jine smiled sweetly, and looked at Bulma with satisfaction. A clock symbol suddenly appeared on the light curtain. The clock turned quickly. Little Goku, Bulma, and Jine are all back in West Capital. Both Goku and Jine temporarily stayed at Bulma's house. We live together happily. Since then, little Goku has been wearing heavy loads all over his body and gets up very early every day, just practicing in the yard. I can also help with some work at Bulma's house. In the blink of an eye, 3 large characters were printed on the light curtain. 1 year later, little Goku's height hasn't changed a bit. Goku carried a small package on his back, and said to Jine and Bulma, Mom, Bulma, wait for me at home. I went to look for the Dragon Ball, and when I got it together, Dad could be resurrected. Jine patted Goku's head lovingly. Well, thank you for your hard work. Be careful on the road. Bulma took out a pack of capsules. There's a house in it, a lot of food, and warm clothes. Don't hurt yourself on the road. Little Goku took the capsule and nodded. Thank you, Bulma. I can't bear to leave you either. Don't worry, I won't waste too much time. Goodbye. After speaking, little Goku turned and flew into the sky. Jine and Bulma waved their arms at Goku. Goodbye. There was a burst of breath on Goku, and it disappeared in the blink of an eye. 10 I can't laugh anymore. Is this a cute and plump girl? The light curtain gradually dimmed. The screen of this world is played. Little Goku came to the Kamizen house. However, he did not immediately start practicing. Master Roshi also put forward conditions. If you want to practice with Master Roshi, you need to find a beautiful girl. Demanding, plump, cute. For a moment, everyone in the audience turned their attention to Master Roshi. That look of contempt was too much. Those gazes were all focused on Master Roshi, as if they were real, wishing that Master Roshi would get under the chair. Little Goku stepped onto the somersault cloud. After a while, Little Goku brought back a fat girl. Master Roshi's face turned green. Number 18 couldn't help but burst out laughing. Is this what Goku did when he was a kid? Ha ha ha. Clint, hey, he can't even tell a girl out. It would be nice to bring a girl back. Beerus, I feel like he can't tell the difference now. Son Goku, Master Beerus, don't talk nonsense, I've already figured it out. Everyone watching the video couldn't help but burst out laughing. Is this a plump and lovely girl? Ha 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 ha. I can't stop laughing. The old man's psychology is broken. All I can say is that little Goku did a great job. The light curtain continues to play. After a while, Master Roshi said, your vision is too poor. How did you choose such a person? Sonny Goku looked dumbfounded. Is that so? Let's test it first and see which girl is more attractive. Master Roshi took out 3 photos. They are beautiful women, fat women, and ugly women. Little Goku looked hard. This is too difficult. Master Roshi taught. What's so hard about it? Speaking, Master Roshi pointed to a beautiful photo of a woman and said, look clearly, we must bring such a girl back. Little Goku scratched his head. I really don't understand. Is this pretty? Master Roshi said, look for it according to this standard. Little Goku stepped onto the somersault cloud. Okay, then I'll go. Master Roshi watched Goku's leaving back and wiped his sweat. It's really worrying. What if he finds another ugly monster back? I'll hide it first. A moment later, Goku's voice was heard. Grandpa Turtle, I'm back. Master Roshi was shocked. Immediately secretly hid behind the house and watched secretly. On the somersault cloud, a beautiful girl looked confused. Why did you bring me here? Sonny Goku shouted. Hey, Grandpa Turtle, where are you? Master Roshi greets Sonny Goku immediately behind the house. Goku, come here. Goku immediately ran to Master Roshi. Grandpa Turtle, why are you hiding here? Master Roshi said, good boy, you've done a good job. You're really talented. Surprise immediately appeared on Sonny Goku's face. Really? Great. Can you teach me martial arts now? Master Roshi said, okay, I promise you. Start training now. Well, go get that girl's shorts first. This is the basic skill. Sonny Goku was taken aback again. What are shorts? Say it once and she will know. Chichi, who was watching the live broadcast, was holding a rag tightly in his hands. This perverted old man has taught Goku these things since he was a child. Damn it. Bulma had a strange expression on his face. The Goku of that world was right not to come to Kameenya. It's really embarrassing for him to have such a master. In the light curtain, Sonny Goku immediately ran to find the girl. It came back in just a few breaths. Master Roshi asked curiously, you brat, why did you come back empty-handed? Sonny Goku once again asked with a silly look on his face. Grandpa Turtle, what is a t-shirt? Why do you ask? She said she was only wearing a t-shirt and no shorts. PFFT. Master Roshi's nosebleed spewed out instantly. I can't stand it. I can't bear it. I can't control myself just by imagining it. Master Roshi immediately walked towards the girl. The girl looked at Master Roshi and asked curiously, what can you do with me? While speaking, her fishtail moved twice in an instant. Master Roshi fainted instantly. You are a mermaid. Ha ha ha. Really? Let me tell you. How can there be such a beautiful thing? Master Roshi adjusted his glasses. However, mermaids are also beautiful. He walked up to the mermaid and asked, well, I'm sorry, may I touch your face? Snapped. With a flick of the mermaid's tail, half of Master Roshi's face was swollen. Then jumped into the water and swam away. The crowd watching the light curtain burst into laughter. Ha ha ha, this old man, get beaten up. I'm dying of laughter. It's really not a shame to ask a girl to touch someone's face. This slap is beautiful. Looking at the light curtain, Bulma became more and more sure that world Goku didn't allow himself to meet Master Roshi. This must be the reason. He didn't want himself in that world to be taken advantage of by Master Roshi. This old man is so perverted that the first thing he does is ask for the girl's shorts. When we meet for the first time, I still want to touch his face. Shameless. The screen continues to play. Goku, wow, so the shorts are just slaps. Master Roshi said solemnly, if you want to defeat the enemy, you must learn to be beaten. Slapping is such training. Son Goku, makes sense. Goku, you go find another cute girl. This time it is not allowed to bring back the lower body of the fish. Sonny Goku's face turned ugly. Are you still looking for it? Master Roshi, I told you a long time ago, my training is very strict. Sonny Goku nodded brightly. Oh, yes. Outside the light curtain, the old Supreme Kai gave a thumbs up to Master Roshi. You're such a brat. You gave such a high-sounding reason for finding you a cute girl. The corner of number 18's mouth twitched. Old pervert, he does it again and again. He is really shameless. Ordinary people have also seen the scene where Master Roshi asked Goku to find a girl. Everyone almost burst out laughing. God is so strict in training, but he actually does it for this kind of thing. It makes me laugh to death. If I hadn't seen this old man flattening a mountain with a Kameenya, I would have thought he was just an ordinary person. Yes, this is the legendary god of martial arts, Master Roshi. He is really not so shameless. 11. The happy past of Kameenya. Just when Sonny Goku was about to leave the island to help Master Roshi find a cute girl, a bald child rides on a boat. arriving at Master Roshi's island. No hair, no nose, and a dull and damaged face. Who else could this be if he wasn't Kelin? Master Roshi was very satisfied to see that Kelin was very clever. Thus, the test of Master Roshi began again. Let Kelin go find the cute girl with Goku. As long as qualified girls are found, 2 people will be accepted as disciples. As a result, Kelin missed it as soon as he went up somersault cloud. Master Roshi's expression immediately changed. Only those with a pure heart can ascend the somersault cloud. Your purpose is impure. Go away. I won't accept someone like you as my apprentice. With that said, Master Roshi was about to drive Kelin away. Kelin didn't panic at all. I immediately took out a limited edition photo album. Kelin said, Teacher Wu-tan? This is my tuition fee. Master Roshi's eyes immediately lit up. Receive the photo book from Kelin. There are soft and cute beautiful girls on them, and there are countless white thighs. In reality, number 18 looked at Kelin with murderous eyes. Kelin froze all of a sudden, and immediately lowered his head. On the 18th, I was quite naughty when I was little. Master Roshi, ha ha ha, I really miss that time. Beerus looked at Master Roshi with contempt. The old man also said that Kelin was lustful. Wouldn't you do the same? Master Roshi explained seriously. As a martial artist, if you don't smoke or drink, and no matter how lustful you are, what are you doing living? I am a mortal, so I must pursue something. Wise smiled and said, ha ha ha, what the old man said makes sense. Son Goku said, Kelin was very perverted when he was young, but then he became a real martial artist. The teaching of Grandpa Turtle is very good. Master Roshi said happily, you see, Goku still recognizes him as a master. Supreme Kai-Xin, yes, Krillin has grown up, but Master Roshi you remain the same. Old Supreme Kai looked at Master Roshi and said, Master Roshi, let's talk more when you have time. I still have a lot of photo books, let's have a look. Master Roshi's eyes lit up again. Okay, mine are all in high definition. Old Supreme Kai, haha, who's not? The two looked at each other, their eyes gradually becoming obscene. Hey, the blue light curtain continued to play. Soon, Krillin was on Goku's back with Kelin as a small driver. The two quickly found Lan Chi back. The body and face are very good. Master Roshi was very satisfied when he saw Lan Chi, who was so beautiful. Immediately accepted the two as apprentices, and began to teach them how to practice. But, she also took Lan Chi together. They are also required to practice in underwear. It is conceivable that Lan Chi, who turned into a blonde with a sneeze, immediately came to her senses. Take the machine gun and shoot at Master Roshi. The audience laughed again. Because Master Roshi's house is not very big, there are not many rooms. Lan Chi and little Goku sleep in the same room. Watching Chichi was a little nervous when he saw this scene. However, when the blonde Lan Chi picked up the machine gun and fired, she was kicked by Son Goku and passed out. Everyone was stunned. Chichi breathed a sigh of relief. The Goku in this world doesn't care about girls at all. But is this a bad thing or a good thing? Men who understand girls are more carefree. It's good for Goku. He's devoted himself to martial arts, and he has never had a woman in his heart since he was a child. It's not easy to attack girls at all. Chichi couldn't help sighing. Hey, why is it always me who suffers? Every Goku in this world knows how to love girls a little bit. Why wouldn't he have had such a hard time? The next day, I finally had professional training. Master Roshi, in order to let Krillin and Goku out, he took the time to do indescribable things to Lan Chi. He threw a stone and asked them to find it. With his cleverness, Kelin cheated Goku and got into dinner. In the evening, Kelin happily tricked him into having dinner. Son Goku can only go hungry. Unexpectedly, the pufferfish stewed by Lan Chi was poisonous. Krillin and Master Roshi spent the night together. The next day my kidneys were so weak that I couldn't even get up. I have to say that Master Roshi's practice is still very serious. Taught them how to be a martial artist, and then gradually began to practice normally. The two of them carried turtle shells on their backs, carrying heavier and heavier loads, pulling carts on foot, delivering milk, plowing the fields with bare hands. Through thick and thin, Krillin and Goku established a deep friendship. Frieza's eyes trembled slightly as he saw the scenes of Krillin and Son Goku growing up. It turns out that they have known each other since childhood. No wonder they have such a deep relationship. Remembering the time when he crushed Krillin with one move, Son Goku transformed into Super Saiyan and beat him. Frieza now regrets it. Maybe just beating Son Goku to death would be fine. No one can kill that bald man. Cell watched this scene. Thinking of myself back then, cold sweat broke out on my forehead. If he had killed Krillin, Son Goku should also be able to transform into Super Saiyan 2, and then beat himself up. Thinking of the bravery of Super 2 Son Gohan, can Super 2 Son Goku be any worse? Time flew by, and a fast-forwarding clock mark appeared on the blue light screen. The two experienced Master Roshi's rigorous martial arts training. They have all grown up a lot. On this day, Teacher Yushin took Goku and Krillin to Kameenya, participate in the best martial arts club in the world. Everyone outside the light curtain watched the Earth's martial arts club with great interest. However, this style of painting and this level of fighting are really eye-catching. Everyone doubts that this Goku really grew up from such a rookie. It's incredible. But that Son Goku is the Son Goku today. This is Goku next to him who has exploded with Ultra Instinct many times. He is the brightest rising star of the Tournament of Power. Everyone wants to know how he cultivated to his current level, so they all watched it patiently. 12. The Black History of Master Roshi and Bulma. When Nanwu fought against Lan Fang, everyone was stunned by the beauty trick he used. The behavior of scratching one's head and posing in front of a real martial Taoist is simply disgusting. However, Lan Fang's beauty trick worked so well that Nanwu was almost helpless. Nanwu was furious. "I will treat you as a man, as an enemy, and fight you with all my might." Lan Fang laughed and said, "Oh, contestant Nanwu is angry." After saying that, Lan Fang winked. "Hee, are you really angry?" Nanwu shouted angrily, "You don't have to pretend to be an innocent girl anymore, it's useless." Saying that, Namo stormed away. Lan Fang didn't panic at all, and after dodging Nanwu's move, she took off her coat directly. "You actually forced me to use a trick." In an instant, only the eye-catching bikini was left on Lan Fang's body. Nanwu pinched the corner of his eyes, and said charmingly, "Hey, innocent and handsome man. How are you doing?" Namo blushed so much that he couldn't move. This scene directly spurred the blood of Master Roshi and the old Supreme Kai. The old Supreme Kai yelled, "Take it off, just take it off." Ha 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 ha. Supreme Cakesin lowered his head in embarrassment. "Hey, such an ancestor is really embarrassing." Seeing this scene, Frieza smiled and said, "Ho ho 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 ho, is this the world's #1 martial arts club on Earth?" "It's really interesting." Markarita, that woman is not ashamed. Vados covered his mouth and smiled. However, the figure is still pretty good. Naturally, several members of the Genuine team in Hell also saw this scene. Lickham said, "That woman's posture is very good. It would be great if the captain could design that posture." Chichi rubbed his forehead and said, "I knew that the best martial artist in the world was not serious. Otherwise I wouldn't have forced Gohan to study." Lan Fang was not strong enough after all, and Nanwu finally defeated Lan Fang by relying on determination. Nanwu closed his eyes and knocked Lan Fang unconscious. At this moment, Master Roshi dressed as Jackie Chan immediately stepped forward to check on Lan Fang's condition. He kept groping on Lan Fang's back. It made the referee extremely embarrassed. He immediately stopped Master Roshi and said, "Well Mr. Jackie Chan, please don't touch the contestants, okay?" Jackie Chan said seriously, "Don't worry, I'm just checking her injuries. By the way, check if there are any bone dislocations or anything." The referee's mouth twitched and asked again, "How is Miss Lan Fang's injury?" Master Roshi touched it and said, "Well, I can't die." "This person can't die." The people outside the light screen once again cast disdainful glances at Master Roshi. The corners of Jiraiya's mouth twitched and he said, "Such a person is really not beautiful at all." Kelin covered his forehead and said, "Hey, it turns out that Teacher Wu-Tan is dressed as Jackie Chan. I wonder why it felt a bit familiar back then." Shenron, "I have already guessed that Jackie Chan is Teacher Wu-Tan." Beerus, "Old man, you have completely discredited my 7th universe." The screen continues to play. Master Roshi dressed up as a dragon and nearly lost his battle against Sonny Goku. "Fortunately, we finally won the championship." After earning $500,000, you can improve your life. At that time, $500,000 still had strong purchasing power. Goku is hungry. Seeing how much money Master Roshi had made, he decided to treat him to dinner. It didn't matter. Sonny Goku almost ate up all the winnings in one meal. Chichi in the real world looked at this scene and sighed helplessly. Hey, if Goku didn't have such a big appetite, life wouldn't be so difficult. After the competition, Goku took the radar and went to find Dragon Ball. He just wanted to find a 4-star ball, which was his grandfather's relic. As it turns out, coincidentally, the Red Ribbon Legion is also looking for Dragon Ball. Sure enough, Goku met the Red Ribbon Army. Little Goku recklessly destroyed several branches of the Red Ribbon Legion. Because the Dragon Ball radar malfunctioned, Bulma was finally brought along. Experienced the story of General Blue and Android number 8. That smaller Bulma is a total nympho. Fortunately, General Blue is a crook. Bulma died again. Don't be afraid if others will be shattered into pieces. You must leave your innocence in this world. Bulma has broadcast the Black History live again and again. Bulma in real life covered her forehead. Damn it. I want to go back in time and beat up that second-rate me. It's really hard to look back on the past. I don't know how I will face everyone in the future. Vegeta understands that this is the Bulma of his own world. The angry teeth are about to be crushed. Beerus and Weiss laughed out loud when they saw every scene of Bulma's nymphomaniac. Ha 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 ha. It turns out that Bulma was like that when he was a child. It amused me to death. Weiss, record the video. Beerus felt that this was the only way to suppress Bulma's arrogance. Weiss, Master Beerus, it's already recorded. Later, Goku was chased by Tao Bai, the world's #1 killer. Because Dragon Ball blocked a whole way for him, he survived by luck. Then climb up the Kelin Tower. After her strength surged, Tao Bai returned. As a result, Goku's strength has crushed him. The killer Tao Bai resented him on the spot. While the process is spectacular, that's about it. After all, here are the Masters of Universe. Everyone is very curious. The Earth's combat power is very weak. Very weak. How could there be such a powerful person? This is how the Sonny Goku of this world came to be. At the Tournament of Power, He awakened Ultra Instinct and stood out from 80 universes with his hard power. But it can't be compared to this small fight. It's not the same dimension at all. However, the scene continued, and everyone watched it carefully. However, the screen changed and Sunny Goku from the Red World was played. 13. This Goku is reckless. That Goku is handsome. Red Goku also participated in Tenkei Budokai. I saw him dressed in branded clothes and looking handsome. Bulma is also wearing a trendy outfit, and the two are still in couple outfits. Everyone was stunned when they saw it. Kelin laughed and said that Bulma, wearing a couple outfit with Goku, looks like a mother and daughter. Ha 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 ha. What do you think, Vegeta? Krillin turned to look at Vegeta. Seeing that Vegeta turned into dark blue in place, his anger seemed to be uncontrollable. Teeth were clenched and rattled. Kelin chrysanthemum tightened, turned his head immediately, and continued to look at the light curtain. Chichi is not surprised to see Bulma in such trendy clothes. The Bulma of this world is also very trendy, but seeing Goku wearing a famous brand, the messy thoughts in his heart surged. It's rare to see a Goku in this world who isn't shirtless. Wearing a suit for a day will definitely be ruined by him. They are all Goku. Why is there such a big gap? Chichi thought of his own reasons and sighed. Bulma's family is so rich that they can feed Goku well and buy him designer clothes. Bulma is also in good shape and rich, but he doesn't need Goku to work to make money. It seems that it's not that Goku can't do it, but that I'm far inferior to Bulma. My world, did I delay Goku? Chichi has some doubts about life. Bulma sat on the audience stand and saw Goku and himself in the picture. There was also envy in his eyes. It turns out that he was so handsome when he dressed up when he was a child. Goku in her world has always been dressed as a bumpkin. The most handsome is the martial arts uniform of Master Roshi. However, he doesn't like to be clean. Every time he is either dirty or shirtless because of a fight. Like a little savage. This Goku has been reckless since he was a child. And that Goku has been handsome since he was a child. The contest soon began. Bulma took a deep breath. The Goku in that world is not as reckless as this Goku. It should not be that strong. However, Red Goku struck, shattering everyone's jaws. There is no one movement one-style martial arts duel. The main focus is strength crushing. No matter who it is against, it is a one-stroke move out of the field. Nanwu flew out with one move. Kelin, who didn't see the move clearly, had already fallen down. Jackie Chan, played by Master Roshi, was also punched and flew out of the ring. Red Goku easily won the championship. Master Roshi outside the light curtain was dumbfounded. How is it possible? The kid is still so young, and without my teaching, he is so strong. Kelin was shocked and said, there is a gap in Goku's strength in the two worlds. Goku, are you nervous? Sunny Goku laughed. There's no need to be nervous. I'm very excited. It would be great if I could play against him. Clint shook his head. You have such a good attitude. Beerus laughed and said, it seems that Master Roshi's teachings have slowed down Goku's legs when he was a child. Since the Red Ribbons were looking for Dragon Ball, Goku also faced the Red Ribbons. This Goku seems to have foresight. I didn't take a wrong step, and I didn't have to be tricked by Master Roshi to practice. The progress of cultivation is no worse than that of Blue Goku. Similarly, with his astonishing strength, he wiped out many branches of the Red Ribbon Legion more easily. Soon, Goku also came to Kelin Tower in order to find the Dragon Ball. Shenron muttered, by the way, it's time for Tao Bai to come. Goku has left. Will Tao Bai catch up with him? Master Roshi, if he can knock me out of the ring with one punch, then Tao Bai won't be his opponent. Kelin nodded. That's right. There is a gap in Goku's strength in the two worlds. That Tao Bai is definitely not an opponent. Not long after Goku arrived, Momo Bai, who was walking on the pillar, came. Tao Bai compared the avatars, and laughed loudly. It really is here. Little ghost, someone bought your life. Let me, the number one killer, kill you today. Saying that, Tao Bai's figure flashed and rushed towards Goku. However, just for a split second, Sunny Goku pierced the peach-white eyebrows with one finger. Seconds. Tao Bai took the lunchbox directly. Before it was over, Goku blasted Tao Bai into ashes with a ki blast. Even buried people are saved. Seeing this scene, Kelin gasped. This Goku is really ruthless. Vegeta, although I'm not happy that Goku and Bulma are so good, this is Saiyan's true strength. Someone came to kill him. How could he do it without killing him? Shenron swallowed. My uncle was killed with one move. That Goku grew up so fast. Bulma looked at the contemptuous eyes of little Goku, and there was light in his eyes. Wow, Tao Bai took one move in seconds. That Goku is too cool. On the 18th, he brushed his hair and said, that Goku is so handsome. Kelin, yeah, the Goku in this world has been stupid since he was a child. And that Goku has been handsome since he was a child. Jiren looked at that Goku, the light in his eyes kept twinkling. If only I had his strength when I was young. Cauliflower, foo-foo, how lucky. If Sunny Goku from that world meets me on the Tournament of Power, I guess he kicked me out of the field with one move, so he wouldn't teach me to transform or something. Vados chuckled lightly. Not necessarily. That Goku is quick, but he knows how to care for girls. Cauliflower was stunned. Yeah, that's right. That Goku is really nice. I admit, I'm already in love with him. Hearing this scene, Kale immediately became murderous. Fortunately, Cauliflower is very close to her, and she can get it without moving. Cauliflower immediately patted Gale. I'm just kidding. My favorite is still my favorite schoolgirl. Kaeya's eyes trembled. Sister, 14 feed dog food to the whole world. Vegeta is green. The red light curtain continued to play. Goku didn't leave directly, but looked up at Kalenta. He also took out many heavy objects from the bag and put them on, and then climbed up Kalin Tower. However, just after he ascended the Kalin Tower, he descended again. Come down and go up again. Repeated many times. Later, it seemed that the promotion reached the bottleneck, and I did not go down after climbing the tower. Master Roshi adjusted his sunglasses. Said, that Goku seems to be much smarter. He seems to know the magic of Kalenta. There is no supernatural water at all. It's just climbing to the tower to practice. Kelin, yeah, I also went to climb later. The improvement is indeed not small. Tao Bai in the underworld said angrily, I understand. It turns out that climbing towers can improve your strength. Damn, that cat purposely let me go down on a black cloud. He even threw me, and it made me mad. Goku finally bid farewell to Kalenta after a period of heavy-duty training in Kalenta. Before leaving, he took 2 jars of fairy beans with him. Frieza's pupils shrank. This tournament of power, because of a fight with Sunny Goku. Tossed with several people from other universes for a while. Physical strength is exhausted. Before the battle, he also ate a fairy bean. Instant recovery from injury, full of stamina. Only then did he realize how magical that thing was. The little Goku in the light curtain got 2 jars of fairy beans, at least thousands of them. Frieza couldn't imagine it. Goku with thousands of fairy beans is so awesome. Is that the fairy bean, and the yield is so high? Piccolo, if it weren't for that Gaiaki lobe, there would be plenty of beans. Master Roshi, it's all foreign objects. If you don't have enough strength, eating fairy beans bowl by bowl won't help. Beerus, although the old man is lustful, what he said is indeed reasonable. It's not easy to beat the opponent with one move, even if the opponent has a cart of fairy beans. Finally, Red Goku also collected 7 Dragon Balls. Summons Shenron again. Because he shot simply, Tao Bai did not kill Up's father. He didn't use the Dragon Ball to revive Up's dad. Ever since, Bardock was also resurrected. So far, Sunny Goku's family of 3 has been reunited. Of course, Raditz doesn't count. Both Giant and Bardock have been resurrected, so it is not convenient to live in Bulma's house. So, the two discussed it and moved to Goku's residence on Bozy Mountain. Give Bulma and Goku some time to spend together. Goku lives in Bulma's house. Bulma does some research and Goku does some auxiliary work for him. Even dangerous ones. It's nothing. No one thought of it. Such a small Goku actually knows how to go shopping and watch movies with Bulma. There are not a few people who hold hands and hug each other along the way. Although the two of them didn't take the last step, they had too many intimate actions. It gave dog food to people watching movies all over the world. Chichi gritted his teeth and said, damn it, why is that Goku so sensible? He actually cared so much about Bulma. And my Goku is a fool, a martial idiot. The world is so unfair. I really want to swap my Goku with that Goku. Bulma watched what Goku did, his eyes flickering constantly. Seeing scenes of warm scenes, Bulma finally couldn't bear it anymore. Oh my god, that Goku is perfect. In that world, when I was doing research, he was able to help me. You know, Vegeta has never done me any favors. When I in that world came to be my aunt, my stomach hurts, and he still knows how to rub my stomach. It was a wrong payment after all. If Minecraft doesn't miss Goku, will he become like this? Number 18 was also shocked by this warm picture. She glanced at this Goku, then at the Goku of the Red World, exclaimed, it's unbelievable. Is that really Goku? In daily life, he even took Bulma to go shopping and watch movies and buy her milk tea and ice cream. This person simply satisfies all girls' fantasies about love. It's so perfect. Number 18 took a deep breath and saw Kelin. In an instant, he thought of the tight life with Kelin. Although he was poor, he lived a happy life. I didn't feel anything bad at first, but I'm afraid of this comparison. Compared to that heartwarming Goku. Come on, there is no way to compare. Vegeta's head was green and then blue. After soaring blood pressure again and again, I have lost my temper. Vegeta snorted coldly. Oh, forget it, don't be angry. This bullshit comparison system is just to annoy me. Kelin comforted, Vegeta, that world is different from this world after all. The two grew up together since they were young, and they can be regarded as true childhood sweethearts, and there is really no way for others to interfere. Vegeta snorted coldly and didn't speak again. The warm dog food of the two is not played a lot every day, but it still made all the female audiences sour. Jiraiya stroked his face lightly. The Sunny Goku of that world is such a perfect man. Boy, you managed to get my attention. If you know of my existence, then hurry up and fall in love with me. Makarita wiped her saliva. That Goku is so gentle. I really want to be his girlfriend. Vados clasped his hands together and said excitedly, it's so enviable. How can there be such a perfect man in the world? He's still a child, so it's too fake. It is the dream of thousands of girls. Too bad, I found out that it has fallen. 15 That Goku is very good. The red light screen continued to play. Besides living in Bulma's house, Goku also took Bulma to Bun Mountain. Jin chatted enthusiastically with Bulma. She approves of Bulma as Goku's girlfriend, and the future mother-in-law and daughter-in-law get along very well. Bulma and Jin are busy in the kitchen together, preparing delicious food for their father and son. And little Goku is practicing with Bardock. Focus on a family harmony. At this time, Bardock's combat power has reached about 10,000. Although not like Master Roshi, he can teach Goku so many martial arts principles. But Bardock also has a will of his own, fighting for the sake of fighting. After all, every expert has a different path and has a different understanding of martial arts. Under Bardock's teaching, Goku's combat power soared like a rocket. Bulma seems to have a good chat with Jin, and when he is at home, he asks Goku to take him to Bozy Mountain to play. Goku is also willing to practice with Bardock, so the two went to Bozy Mountain frequently. After a few times, Goku was beaten frequently from the beginning, not even a trace of Bardock's clothes. Gradually, I have been able to adapt to the two tricks with Bardock. And Bulma also unknowingly changed the name of Jin from the former aunt to a mother with one bite, called a kind. In his spare time, Goku also had Bulma and Mr. Brive build a gravity chamber. After the gravity chamber was built, Sonny Goku practiced in the gravity chamber when he was at home. Start with triple, quadruple, and quintuple gravity. Increase the multiplier every few days. With that small body, his fighting power soared gradually. Jiren was shocked. Use the gravity room to practice at home. Go to Bozy Mountain to practice with his father. That guy, even though he was still so young, had already started working so hard. Seeing this scene, Vegeta was a little shocked. Vegeta was surprised that Kakarot, does he understand this at such a young age? Kelin's eyes brightened. If that Goku has practiced in a gravity chamber since he was a child, I'm afraid he will be able to beat Frieza at that time in a few years. The corner of Frieza's mouth twitched. What am I doing in that world, to allow such a person to grow up? The me in that world. Hurry up and destroy this planet for me. Sonny Goku gasped. My god, it turns out that Bulma was able to develop a gravity chamber at such a young age. Why didn't I think about it? If I had a gravity chamber earlier, I would definitely be stronger than I am now. Master Roshi, Goku, sometimes cultivation is not in that, but in the heart. Simply use the gravity room to practice, and the growth will soon reach the upper limit. In martial arts practice, it's not right to be too tense. Vegeta was shocked and pretended to glance at Master Roshi casually. This old man seems to understand very well. Secretly said, no wonder I worked so hard, I still can't compare with Kakarot. That's why. Vegeta seems to have realized something. As expected, that Goku just started immersing himself in the gravity chamber for a while. Afterwards, it gradually faded away. Instead, he concentrated on accompanying Bulma to enjoy the life of the two of them. Or bring your parents and a family of four to get acquainted with life on Earth in the city. Endless food, entertainment, movies, concerts, playgrounds, and even travel. Watching the movie, Chichi once again shed tears of envy. Goku, how can that Goku live so well? I also want a two-person world. However, Goku never gave me that kind of life. Envy. Bulma looked at herself in that picture, with a smile on her face. Her expression gradually froze. It would be great if I could change my life. With that, Vadas swallowed hard. Cultivation is relaxed, taking care of your family while taking into account your strength. That Goku is no longer just a good man, he is a god. The problem is, he's still so young. The blonde Lanchi took a deep puff of cigarette and said, they are also martial arts masters. Why does Shinshinhan concentrate on studying martial arts and ignore me? As a result, his strength is not as good as that of Goku, and his life is not nourished by others. What am I doing in that world? Such an excellent young man. Hurry up and trick him. After watching the screen, number 18 cast another glance at Kelin, and then at Goku. Suddenly remember the time when I was in a martial arts competition. The scene where I caught myself from that huge demon man. He thought he would be swallowed, but at the critical moment, this Goku saved himself. At that time, her heart was agitated. It's just that she knows the character of this Goku too well. A little bit of sophistication. And Goku inside the red light curtain is simply the perfect other half. Strong strength, sense of responsibility, understanding of caring, understanding of fun, and filial piety to parents. There is a huge gap between people. This life is already like this. I hope that the person inside the red light curtain. Suddenly, number 18's pupils shrank. Could it be that he killed him as soon as he appeared? Under the guidance of Bulma and Goku, the two gradually integrated into the life of the Earth. Jin and Bardock enjoyed life on Earth, and their minds were shaken. This kind of stable and rich life is something they never imagined before. The scene stops at Sonny Goku and Bulma biting their ears in the corner of the movie theater and fades away. Vegeta couldn't hold back again. The veins on his forehead popped again. Finally, in a sweet hug between the two, the image of the red light screen gradually faded away. 16 Master Roshi. The light curtain switched to a blue frame again. Time fast-forwarded again. Many scenes are shipped. It's time for the familiar number 1 martial arts association in the world. Both Krillin and Goku have grown up and are at the Budokai again. Under the focus of the camera, Tiozi scorched people with holes. After Shinhan defeated Yanka, he broke his leg. A few simple pictures are simply cruel. People in the real world see this scene. The roots of the hated teeth are itchy. These two guys are really evil. Dispo turned his head to look in the direction of the 7th universe. I plan to ask about the follow-up plot of Goku. Goku, you'll take care of them when you come out, right? However, a man with the same evil face in the picture appeared next to Goku. He cried out, "Look, that fellow, isn't it the guy who won the Yamka and hurt the Black Hands? He actually came to participate in the Tournament of Power." With Dispo's exclamation, everyone immediately turned their attention to Shinhan. It's really him. Damn it, if I can throw things, I have to throw him some rotten eggs. It's shameless. To be able to make such a black hand in a martial arts competition is simply not as good as a beast. People like the 7th universe are not dead yet. They are simply the scum of the universe. This kind of person is not beautiful at all. It's just unjust. Demikula from the demon realm showed a look of relief. Ha 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 ha, this person is ruthless enough to be my subordinate. Unfortunately, the strength is still too weak. Meshkapra smiled. Hee ha hee, it's just to disable the opponent. It's just a trail. Shinhan showed a deep guilty look on his face. He also thought of his former self, with Tao Baibai as the goal, become the world's #1 killer. Thanks to Master Wutan who pulled him out of the abyss. Soon, Jackie Chan is fighting Shinhan. Everyone is God's perspective. Naturally know that Master Roshi is dressed as Jackie Chan. Seeing the two fighting against each other, they all started booing again. An old pervert, a black-hearted criminal, it's best to kill one and injure the other. That's right, this 7th universe can actually win the championship. Everyone can do it. That's right, I thought the 7th universe was all good people. Unexpectedly, such an evil guy was mixed in. Master Roshi soon got into a fight with Shinhan. I have to say that Master Roshi at that time was still very fierce. Not too much pressure against Shinhan. However, facing such a talented Shinhan, Master Roshi was moved by his love for talent. Master Roshi didn't have to explode his muscles to fight back and forth with him. After a few rounds, the two backed away. Master Roshi said, "You are so good at martial arts, why do you want to join forces with Immortal Crane?" Shinhan snorted coldly, "You meddle in your own business. Dare to speak ill of my master, let me teach you a lesson." "Hee hee, teach me, you big talker." Shinhan showed an evil smile on his face. "Okay, I'll take it a little seriously." The next moment, Shinhan cast Solar Flare. What? When the bright light hit, Master Roshi lost his vision. Shinhan slammed into Master Roshi's back hard with a knee. Master Roshi was caught off guard and fell to the ground. After the strong light passed, the referee saw the fallen Master Roshi and was shocked. You killed Jackie Chan?" A cruel sneer appeared on Shinhan's face again. Said, "If you kill him, you will lose the qualification for the competition." He still breathed a sigh of relief. But whether the old man will wake up or not is a problem. However, right now, Master Roshi stood up rubbing his ass. "Hiss, you bastard. You are quite ruthless. Don't you have any respect for the elderly?" The referee was overjoyed. "Stand up." Jackie Chan has stood up. He really is not easy. Immortal Crane looked at the arena with doubts in his eyes. Puzzled, "Why does it feel familiar?" Shinhan frowned tightly. Asked, "You, who are you?" Master Roshi rarely looked serious. He persuaded Shinhan, "Young man, you have such high kung fu, why don't you follow the right path? It's a pity that he has such good martial arts." "Leave Immortal Crane." Master Roshi immediately shouted loudly. "Leave that dark road and come to a world full of sunshine." Shinhan was furious, and immediately rushed to the ground with a fierce step. "Stop talking nonsense, I'm going to smash your mouth." Speaking of which, Master Roshi used his proficient martial arts moves to resist. While resisting, he also persuaded Shinhan. "What's wrong? The moves are not as sharp as before? Is it because you already have confusion in your heart?" Shinhan got angry again. "Damn it, don't say it anymore." "I didn't say anything bad. I mean, it's happier to be cheerful and lighter." Shinhan was silent for a moment. The crowd watching the movie was stunned. "No way. Master Roshi is guiding him to be good." A small smile appeared in Grand Priest's eyes. "It seems that Master Roshi is a real martial artist." Toppo clenched his fists and said, "So I underestimated him. After all, it is Son Goku's master, how could it be simple?" Behind the Bohemian, there is a righteous heart. Dispo, lust is just human instinct, but it can be called justice to attract people to be good. Seeing that Shinhan wavered, Master Roshi continued to question. "Could it be that you intended to be like Immortal Crane and never be accepted by the world?" At this moment, the Crane Immortal under the ring roared. "Shinhan, that old man is Master Roshi in disguise." Shinhan's pupils shrank. "Master Roshi, no wonder." The corner of Master Roshi's mouth twitched. "The identity seems to be exposed." "SHHH, don't say it." "However, I'm not saying this because I'm at odds with the Crane Immortal. I just think it's a pity that you are so good at it." Shinhan opened Kid Blast's pose with both hands and said, "Thank you for looking up to me so much. Let me show you something nice." Master Roshi immediately changed into a wretched look. He asked with surprise on his face, "What, is it a photo album of beauties?" The audience fainted again. Damn, mentally handicapped. It's back to normal after a minute of seriousness. This old man, I was almost moved by him just now. 17 Goku's growth is inseparable from Master Roshi. Number 17 touched his chin and said, why is such a perverted old man? Are all the apprentices taught serious? Even number 18 was taken aback for a moment. Son Goku, Kelin, and Shenron seemed to have practiced with Master Roshi, but it seems that no one is a person who is obsessed with lust. Master Roshi beside him scratched his ass. Are you complimenting me? Ha 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 ha. Continue to play in the light curtain. I heard that Master Roshi was guiding him solemnly just now. At this moment, he has become a pervert. Shenron couldn't hold back, his face turned red, and he shouted, it's you big-headed ghost. With that said, Shenron quickly assumed the Ki Blast pose and shouted, Turtle Pei Chi ... Gong. Master Roshi was shocked. Oops, it's too powerful, it will hurt the masses. For a moment, Master Roshi bulged his muscles, and suddenly issued a Kameenya. Directly flew Shenron's Ki Blast out. The referee was shocked. It's unbelievable that Shenron of the Crane Stream has also learned Kameenya. Shenron said with a smile, hey, it's a small skill, I just need to read it once to learn it. Use a few more tricks, I will become even stronger. Master Roshi's expression calmed down. There was even a look of relief on his face. I admire you, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. It's exciting. If you follow the right path, you will become a great person. Shenron said disdainfully, HMPH, you are still talking nonsense. Who knows, Master Roshi has already turned around. I've been waiting for the day when a young master like you can appear, then I can retire. As soon as the words fell, Master Roshi had already reached the edge and jumped off the ring in one step. Shenron was stunned at this moment. He also began to doubt his own life. Why do you want to fail on purpose? The Crane Immortal in the audience laughed loudly and said, HMPH. He is afraid of losing face if he is defeated. Old fox. A trace of sweat broke out on Shenron's forehead. No, he hasn't done his best yet. Shenron caught up with Master Roshi while the competition was over. Now you know how powerful I am, and understand that your apprentice is no match for me at all. So, you can rest assured that you will lose to me. Of course, if I continue to fight, I will win too. You are wrong. My apprentice will not get carried away even if he wins the world championship. So, I quit with confidence. Shenron fell silent again. Master Roshi continued, but you are not stupid, I believe. You will not continue to be so bad. What? Otherwise, you wouldn't specifically ask me why. Shenron retorted, I have my own goals. I want to be like Tao Bai, the #1 killer in the world. Master Roshi looked at Shenron's trembling face and said with a smile, I'm going to watch the game in the audience stand. Come on, hope to see more exciting games. Shenron's heart was shaken again. The crowd outside the light curtain was shocked again. Even Beerus gave Master Roshi a thumbs up. The old man is so handsome. The Grand Priest smiled again. This is the real martial Taoist. Although Master Roshi is very lewd, it's beautiful to do so. It's hard to imagine that a generation of masters and a pervert can fuse together. The 7th universe is really a surprise. Weiss looked at Master Roshi and said seriously, Master Roshi really has everyone's demeanor. Although your strength is not strong, without your teaching, Goku probably won't be as high as he is today. Master Roshi scratched his head in embarrassment. The corner of his eye turned to Vados inadvertently. Vados rolled his eyes, curled his lips, and turned around. Hey, this guy. Even Vegeta is impressed by Master Roshi. Vegeta knows who Goku is. Sonny Goku is a fool. But how he behaves, how he views strength, how he views victory and defeat, how to view your opponent, how to view life and death, these were undoubtedly taught to him by Master Roshi. The strong man has reached his current strength. The next thing to look for is the state of mind. Vegeta is an out-and-out genius. At this moment, he also realized something. People on Earth also gave a thumbs up when they saw Master Roshi in the light curtain. Although Teacher Wu-Tan is lustful, he also has the demeanor of a master. That's right, Master Roshi is indeed a grand master. Indifferent to fame and wealth, in order to restore the heart of a young man who has lost his way, what a little bit of face is nothing. It is indeed the Wushan teacher in my heart. Lust is in human nature. Master Roshi is back to basics, just upholding the nature. Even if he is very horny, he deserves respect. I want to learn from Master Roshi, and I will never live with gambling and drugs. Brother, you didn't mention the yellow word. It's a lot of age, and I've practiced martial arts all my life. So what if I am a little more flirtatious? As expected of the god of martial arts, I knew that the eyes of the masses are discerning. Master Roshi deserves the title of Master Wushan. The old man is saving a boy who has lost his footing. Ha 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 ha. Vegeta looked at the light curtain with blinking eyes. This light curtain is obviously a comparison between two Gokus, but it gives Master Roshi so many pictures. He didn't understand it at first, but when he saw Master Roshi's life philosophy inadvertently revealed, Vegeta understood. Goku's current height is indeed inseparable from his teaching. If what you encounter is not Goku, after coming to Earth, they were killed immediately. There will be no current strength, let alone the current life. Seeing this, Bulma and Chichi were deeply moved. Although this old man is lewd, He really helped Goku a lot. Bulma thought again of Goku in the red light curtain, thinking expectantly, Goku in that world doesn't have Master Roshi teaching. How will it grow up? 18 Piccolo Daimao wakes up. Kelin sacrifices to heaven. Son Goku defeated Krillin and finally came to the final battle with Shinken. Refer to these players who participated in the Tournament of Power in Wazaji. Those strengths are not worth mentioning in front of them. Thankfully, during the fight, Shinken made his decision. Leave the Crane immortal and completely change your ways. The battle between the two finally came to a conclusion. In fact, they are just evenly matched. However, the lucky balance fell on Shinken. Son Goku was hit by a car and landed first. The referee immediately announced, "Contestant Son is really unlucky. He hit the car and landed first." Contestant Shinken won the championship of this Dokai. This world's #1 martial arts association has successfully concluded, and we will meet again in 3 years. There is always a banquet in the world, and the audience left the venue with unsatisfied feelings. After Goku and his friends assembled, Krillin sighed, "It's a pity you lost." Goku said indifferently, "It doesn't matter, if you lose, you lose." At this time, Shinken came with dumplings and walked over to Son Goku. "Do you really not want half of the bonus?" Goku laughed. "Well, I don't know how to spend money. But, that should belong to you. I can win because of luck. Although I am not reconciled, my strength is indeed not as good as yours." Master Roshi laughed. "Ha ha ha ha. Luck is also part of strength. Goku also benefits a lot from being able to fight against a master like you." He. "Yes, yes." Master Roshi said, "Let's have a meal together. How about?" Bulma, Okay. Both Goku and Shinken are hungry, and they can recover their strength when they are full." Shinken said, "Treat me with the winnings I got." Kelin smiled evilly. "Ha ha ha, then you will be miserable. There is a guy with a huge appetite." Shinken, "Oops, Grandpa's Ruai stick and Dragon Ball haven't been taken yet." Kelin smiled and said, "Goku, you just finished playing. Go and have a rest first. I'll get it for you." "Okay then, thank you." After finishing speaking, Kelin ran to the backstage of the Budokai to get his things. Shinken looked at Yamcha and said, "I'm so sorry, I went too far." Yamcha smiled lightly, "It's okay." Seeing Shinken apologizing to Yamcha, Master Roshi already knew that he had left Crane immortal. So he asked, "Okay, you have nowhere to go. What are you going to do in the future?" "If you come to my place, I'm very welcome." At this moment, the blonde Lan Chi immediately said, "Okay, come on. I just like someone as awesome as you." As she said that, Lan Chi's face turned red. Lan Chi, who was watching the movie, immediately became angry when she saw this scene. I was blind back then. I didn't expect that I in that world would have the same short-sightedness. What kind of woman does he want with a bald head? Women will only affect the speed of his punches. Suddenly, everyone was shocked. "What's the situation?" Goku was shocked and said, "It's Krillin's scream." Son Goku immediately chased in the direction of the screams. Unexpectedly, as soon as he arrived at the backstage of the tournament, he saw Kelin lying on the ground with his eyes open. Kelin, how are you?" Shinken checked it immediately. He is dead." Others also arrived. Seeing that Kelin was dead, he couldn't accept it for a while, and froze in place. At this moment, the referee got up. There was a monster who took away the Dragon Ball and the roster of Dokai players. Krillin is going to stop him, but that guy is too strong. Goku's hair immediately exploded. "Damn it, bastard, this bastard." With that said, Son Goku grabbed the wish stick and took the Dragon Ball radar. Master Roshi was shocked. "Goku." Somersault Cloud. "Goku, stop. I order you to stop." Master Roshi desperately tried to dissuade Son Goku, but because of Klin's death, Son Goku could no longer calm down. "Can't listen to a word Master Roshi says." Somersaulting Cloud flew over immediately. Son Goku did not wait for Somersaulting Cloud to stop. He jumped up and grabbed Somersault Cloud's tail and turned over. Regardless of Master Roshi's obstruction, he suddenly rushed towards the direction where the Dragon Ball was moving. The audience outside the movie looked puzzled. What happened? Who killed Krillin? A paragraph was also inserted into the screen at this time. Chowder Trio Treasure Hunt. I mistakenly opened the sealed Piccolo Daimao rice cooker. Piccolo Daimao is born. In order to prevent the world from having martial arts masters who know how to seal waves, Piccolo ordered his men to collect contestants for the tournament. Clear the way for him to return to the world. There was no sign of it. Just as Kelin went to get the Dragon Ball and the wishful stick, a green-skinned man appeared. He is a minion made by Piccolo. To everyone's surprise, he kicked Kelin to death with one kick. Frieza was shocked when he saw this scene. He immediately asked, "Who is this person?" He actually killed the little bald head directly. "I bet this guy won't live long." Kelin wiped his sweat. "This is my first death. Every time I think of that scene, my scalp goes numb." Piccolo's face turned green when he saw this scene. 19 The Murderous Goku. Meet Yasuo debut. The blue light curtain is still playing. Master Roshi watched Goku leave and couldn't help cursing. Idiot. The other party killed Kling in one fell swoop, and Goku was exhausted after the tournament. He couldn't win. Shinken said with a solemn face, "This kind of thing happened." The scene changes. Son Goku stepped on somersault clouds and caught up with Danbalin. "Stop!" Danbalin, with wings on his back, turned to look at Sunny Goku. "What's your business?" Sunny Goku saw the Dragon Ball in Danblin's hand at a glance. Suddenly, Sunny Goku's whole body exploded with breath again. He yelled at the top of his lungs, "It's really you! Give me Dragon Ball and Krillin's life back!" Danblin had a strange look on his face. "Kelin, are you talking about the little bald guy who dared to resist me? Ha ha ha, is he dead?" "It's great." Sunny Goku has already set his hands on the somersault cloud, with a murderous look. "I must avenge Kelin, I will kill you." Danblin didn't care at all. He chuckled lightly and said, Hey, is that why you came to me?" "That's ridiculous, I'll kill you too." Before Danblin finished speaking, Sunny Goku had already rushed forward. As expected, Sunny Goku was so exhausted in the joust that he had no strength at all. As soon as he made a move, he was kicked and flew out. Fortunately, somersaulting cloud caught him. Danblin said disdainfully, "Ha ha ha, you are chasing to die, right?" Sunny Goku stabilized his figure and said unwillingly, "Damn it, if I'm full, I can beat you at all. You can only speak big words, and I will let you shut up forever." Danblin spat out a beam of light, which directly shattered the somersault cloud. At the same time, Danblin came close and slammed Sunny Goku hard with a heavy leg. Sunny Goku was also stunned and fell straight to the ground. A huge cloud of smoke and dust was thrown out. Danblin looked at the smoke and dust, grinned loudly and said, "Ha ha ha, killing people is really fun." He opened the list of contestants for the tournament, ripped out Krillin's picture, ripped out Sunny Goku's picture. The next picture is indeed Namwoo's. The screen quickly fast-forwarded. Master Roshi brought everyone back to the Gixian house to discuss countermeasures. At the same time, the news that countless martial arts masters were killed and died one after another was broadcast on TV. There was nothing else on TV. Earth seemed to be in a fit of panic. I saw that after each martial artist died, there was a magic word left behind. Master Roshi already knows that Piccolo Daimao has come to the world again. At this time, Master Roshi no longer has the desire to look at beautiful women. His teacher Wu Taidu died when he sealed Piccolo Daimao. That was an existence he could not overcome. There is only one way to save the world and destroy Piccolo Daimao. Abandoning his life, he cast the magic sealing wave to seal him again. The screen turned and came to Sunny Goku's perspective again. In a coma, he was attracted by a strong smell of grilled fish. Woke up immediately. Like a hungry wolf, it pounced towards the scent. Sure enough, a fish weighing at least 1 ton appeared in front of him. Goku, who was so hungry that his chest was pressed against his back, immediately pounced on him. He bit down hard. It smells so good. Everyone watched helplessly as Sunny Goku ate up the grilled fish that was bigger than him. Beerus also wiped his mouth. His food is so delicious that others are greedy after seeing it. Sunny Goku finished eating the grilled fish and shouted again, "Somersault Cloud!" Unexpectedly, Somersault Cloud did not come. Sunny Goku immediately recovered his anger. Damn it, it's really too bad. Even Somersault Cloud was killed by him. Not only did he steal my Dragon Ball, but he also killed Krillin and Somersault Cloud. Even if I walk over, I will kill him. Saying that, Sunny Goku immediately took out the radar. "See where the Dragon Ball goes." Unexpectedly, the Dragon Ball radar showed that he had a Dragon Ball right here. Really here? The Dragon Ball is here? That bastard must be near here. Sunny Goku immediately looked left and right. At this moment, a little fat man appeared in front of Sunny Goku. "Who are you calling a bastard?" "You are the bastard. You stole my grilled fish." "This person is Yakiru-obai." Sunny Goku looks cute. "Your fish?" It was obviously dropped by someone else. Yakiru became angry. "Idiot. How could a grilled fish fall here? Are you a fool?" Sunny Goku suddenly saw a Dragon Ball hanging on Yakiru's chest. Immediately yelled, "Ah, my Dragon Ball. It turns out you and that monster are in the same group." "You brat, call that guy with wings out." Yakiru said again, "Shut up, you still want to fool me with your nonsense, you fish thief. I'm going to take care of you, little dwarf." Sunny Goku didn't show any weakness and yelled, "You big fat pig." Saying that, the two collided immediately. After several battles, the two of them came up with an idea. The guy on the other side is really powerful. This is the first time I've met such a strong guy. The audience watching the movie also became curious. This guy can actually fight to a tie with Goku. He seems to be a master at your time. Krillin shrugged. What kind of expert is a foodie? If it weren't for him, Kalin's fairy beans wouldn't be in such a hurry. Once he went up to Kalin Tower, he never came down again. He ate fairy beans every day. Wise smiled and said, "Is that so? Are you just a foodie?" By the way, Master Beerus is also a foodie, but much better than him. Beerus said angrily, "Wise, you are not the same. While I am sleeping, how many times have you sneaked to Earth?" 20. This guy's meat is so delicious. What else? At this moment, Sunny saw the Dragon Ball on Yakiru's chest clearly. "It's not Grandpa, it's a planet." "Archilo, where did you get that Dragon Ball?" Yakiru said, "I picked it up." "What's wrong?" Sunny said awkwardly, "Sorry, I made a mistake. Ha ha ha." "Don't change the subject, give me back the fish." Suddenly, a huge shadow covered the two of them. Sunny and Yukilo Betsy looked up. Sunny Goku's face immediately became angry. "It's him. This is Piccolo. Specially made Simbalu in order to find the Dragon Ball. Bigger than Damalin." Sunny Goku shook his head again. "No, it's not him. it's just a bit similar. As soon as Simbalu landed, he looked at Goku. Hey, you two little guys, answer my words. Answer what? Simbalu said. Have you ever seen a pearl with a star on it? If you don't answer honestly, you will be killed. Yakilobe disdainfully said. Who are you? You look so proud. Huh? Simbalu seized the Dragon Ball on Yakirobe's chest. Immediately stretched out his big hand to Yakilobe to ask for it. Hand it over honestly. Yakirobe immediately argued with Simbalu. Son Goku looked at Simbalu and murmured, I'm looking for Dragon Ball too. He must be with the guy who killed Krillin and stole the Dragon Ball. Before Son Goku could make a move, Yakirobe has the Dragon Ball, and Simbalu can't wait, so he's getting his hands on it. The two fought for an instant. After a few strokes, Yakilobe found that the opponent's moves were all killers, so he didn't hold back anymore. Suddenly, Yakilobe drew his sword and rushed forward. In an instant, several sword lights flashed. Yakilobe has already flashed behind Simbalu. In the next instant, Simbalu's body was cut in two. Son Goku was taken aback. Wow, this guy is amazing. Because Goku stole Yakirobe's fish, Yakirobe baked Simbalu directly for breakfast. The fragrance gradually dissipated. Yakilobe said cautiously, you don't even want to eat it. Son Goku waved his hand immediately. I don't want to eat that kind of thing. Soon, Yakilobe started to eat with big mouthfuls. The scene changes. Old Piccolo suddenly broke out in sweat. How is it possible? Simbalu is dead. The people watching the movie couldn't help laughing. Not dead, but eaten. You say that fat man is a foodie. I believe it. This can be eaten. That guy is really a foodie. Yeah. He actually ate that monster. This person is really a mouthful. This man is also a monster, or rather, a savage. That's right. Only savages would eat anything. No wonder he lingers on Kelin to eat fairy beans. As a savage, who has something to eat, who wants to go out for food. Moments later, only bones remained of Simbalu. Yakilobe was full, and stroked his belly happily. Still feeling unfinished, he said, it's so delicious, it's much better than grilled fish. I don't know if I can still meet this guy. Although Son Goku is like a little savage, seeing Yakirobe eat Simbalu, he felt a chill. By the way, what's your name? Yakilobe asked back. You say your name first, and I will tell you. My name is Son Goku. It's so ugly. My name is Yakilobe, which sounds much better than your name. Son Goku said, do you still want to eat? Of course, it's so delicious. I haven't had enough yet. You just hold the Dragon Ball and you'll be eating it again in no time. Yakilobe's face brightened. How do you know? Son Goku explained it to him. Soon after, Daimao did come. Son Goku's originally peaceful state of mind suddenly became furious. It's this guy. Kill Kelin. Kill Somersault Yun. I'm going to kill him. Yakilobe shouted. Hey, you owe me a grilled fish. If you kill him, the meat will be mine. Do you hear me? Goku was already filled with hatred and didn't hear Daimao words. Daimao froze as soon as he hit the ground. Who are you? You are still alive? Son Goku roared. Krillin's revenge, Somersault Cloud's revenge, and Dragon Ball. I will never let you go. Yakilobe exhorted. Hey, Son Goku, kill him. Give me the meat. Be careful, don't let him run away. Daimao laughed. Ha 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 ha, you killed Simbalu, right? He didn't deserve to die. He was killed by idiots like you. The image of Krillin's tragic death reappeared in Goku's mind again. In an instant, Goku blasted towards Daimao. A shot is all out. Daimao didn't care at all. I didn't expect this guy's kung fu to become so powerful all of a sudden. He was beaten so painfully that he couldn't escape. Son Goku made a move to kill. Daimao panicked. If you keep hitting, he will really die. Fortunately, Son Goku can't fly. He flapped his wings and flew out immediately. Unexpectedly, Son Goku sent himself to the sky with a golden cudgel. Then another Kameenya blasted towards Daimao. The screen ends instantly. The screen switched to Piccolo Daimao sweating profusely. Dead. Even Daimao is dead. Birdman's subordinates immediately expressed concern. Your Excellency, Great Demon King, what's going on? Piccolo Daimao roared angrily. Someone actually killed Daimao. Send the spaceship over there. The Great Demon King will personally deal with him. 21 Piccolo Daimao appears. Master Roshi dies generously. At this time, the trio of Chowders became Piccolo Daimao's followers. Under the command of Piccolo Daimao, the spaceship flew rapidly towards Goku. Old Piccolo frowned and muttered. Their warriors who were finally born were all killed. I want to see, what is his background? Let him have a taste of my Piccolo Daimao. Not long after, the Dragon Ball radar on the spacecraft rang. Chowder said, there are 4 Dragon Balls gathered together, and they are approaching the nearest Dragon Ball. With an evil smile on Piccolo's face, he said, it seems that someone is looking for the Dragon Ball. Mixed Rice asked, that's right, what should we do? Let them find it. Chowder was shocked. No, I can't let them gather all the Dragon Balls. Why panic? I still have one here. How could they get it all together? The first thing to do now is to kill the guy who killed Daimao and Simbalu. As soon as the screen turned, the camera showed Son Goku again. Seeing that Goku smashed Daimao to pieces, Yakirobe became angry. What did you do? It was broken into pieces like that. Can you still eat it? It really doesn't count. Son Goku said awkwardly. I'm sorry, I forgot when I got angry. Well, If you encounter that kind of monster again, kill me and bring me the meat to eat, and I will give you this speed. Diddy. Suddenly, Son Goku's radar sounded. Seeing that he didn't answer, Yakilu immediately asked, "The one surnamed Son, are you listening to me? Do you think I'm farting?" Suddenly, a huge spaceship floated above Son Goku and Yakirobe. Son Goku immediately tensed up. "Coming." "What's the matter? What's coming?" "Piccolo Daimao." Yakirobe rubbed his head. "Piccolo Daimao? Why is this name so familiar? I wish I had heard it before." Suddenly, Yakilu's pupils shrank sharply. "Damn, I remembered." Piccolo Daimao appeared again. Saying that, Yakirobe took off the Dragon Ball and handed it to Son Goku. "Son, give you this speed. I'm leaving." Son Goku took the Dragon Ball by surprise. "Give it to me. What's wrong?" "Maybe the meat of their heads is more delicious." Yakirobe shook his head in panic and said, No, I'm not hungry anymore. Goodbye." Speaking of me, Yakilu ran up immediately with short legs, and disappeared in an instant. Soon, Piccolo Daimao landed from the spaceship and flew in front of Goku. Son Goku immediately asked, "Hey, are you the head of the guy who stole the Dragon Ball and killed Krillin?" Piccolo sneered and said, "You seem to have a good skill. You killed the 2 soldiers I sent." Excitement appeared on Son Goku's face. "I'll kill you too, and get my Dragon Ball back." "Ha ha ha ha, it seems that you don't know how good I am, Piccolo Daimao." "No wonder, it has been so long." "I don't care who you are. When I see a martial artist, I automatically want to kill him. Even for a weak and outrageous brat like you." He. "Shut up, you bastard." As soon as the voice fell, Son Goku had already blasted up with his fists in his hands. Unexpectedly, Son Goku made several moves, only to knock Piccolo back a few steps. Piccolo dropped his cloak and rushed at Goku. So fast, Goku was powerless to dodge. After just 2 breaths, Son Goku was beaten too hard to stand up. His muscles and bones were broken and his face was bruised. Yakilu, who was hiding in the grass, rejoiced secretly. "Fortunately, I hid." In the next moment, Piccolo Daimao's finger fired a ray of light. There was a sudden blast to Son Goku. Boom! After a loud explosion, Son Goku lay on the ground with his eyes rolled white. Piccolo walked over to Goku. "There is no heartbeat. This time it is really dead." Piccolo yanks the Dragon Ball from Goku's collar. "That's right, I got another Dragon Ball, and I'm one step closer to regaining my youth." Frieza, who was watching the movie, snorted coldly. "This guy doesn't know how to make up. That light hit the Dragon Ball just now. He can't die. Probably because of the joy of getting the Dragon Ball. He didn't care about that." Vegeta said disdainfully, "Kakarot, it's a shame for Saiyan to lose to such a weak guy." Piccolo's face was still green and he didn't speak. The screen with the blue border continued to play. As soon as the screen changed, Piccolo and Master Roshi faced each other. There are also 5 Dragon Balls collected by Master Roshi on the ground. Master Roshi knew that he was no opponent, so he directly cast the magic seal wave that gave up his life. Unfortunately, when sending the Piccolo into the rice cooker, it missed. The rice cooker ejected. Master Roshi exhausted all his strength and looked at Piccolo Daimao weakly. "One day, there will be a more powerful martial artist who will kill you and save the world." After speaking, Master Roshi fell down with a plop. Piccolo Daimao thankfully wiped the cold sweat from his forehead. "Died? Ha 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 ha, the person who can seal waves is finally dead." It really scared me. Piccolo Daimao finally couldn't help laughing wildly. Jiro's sighed. The old man actually died to save the earth. Love is indeed the greatest thing in the world. Topo, that Master Roshi is too great to actually give up his life to die. This is salvation. I still underestimated Teacher Yushin. Although she is lustful, she is never ambiguous when things happen, even if it means giving her life. Give the old man a thumbs up. 22 Shenron is dead. Red Goku is really quick. Before Master Roshi and Piccolo Daimao fought, in order to leave the seeds of martial arts to the earth, Shenron was given a drug that made him unable to move for a short period of time. I can only watch Master Roshi die from a distance. Seeing this scene, Shenron burst into tears. Dumpling also hid aside and shivered. Piccolo captured the Dragon Ball brought by Master Roshi and collected 7 easily. Soon, Shenron was summoned. "Come out, Shenron." A Shenron snaked into the sky. When Shenron saw this scene, he immediately said, "Dumpling, I can't move, the earth is in your hands." Let Shenron kill Piccolo Daimao before he makes a wish. Although Dumpling was scared, he still nodded firmly. "Okay, I understand." Shenron said, "Say your wish." "Any wish can come true, but only one." At this moment, the Dumpling suddenly rushed out. "Put Piccolo Daimao out of this world." However, Dumpling was not done yet. Piccolo shot out a wave of energy. Dumpling's body shattered under the energy wave. People watching the movie felt their scalps numb and their hands clenched unconsciously. Another one died. Too soon. Isn't that kid the guy who burned people to death in the martial arts tournament before? Isn't that true? I didn't expect that in the blink of an eye, the little villain would become a good person. More than just a good person. He is simply a hero. He sacrificed his life for the earth. Maybe it would have worked if he hadn't been so verbose. Hey, in such a short time, there is no way to organize more concise language. What a pity. Dispo, Master Roshi is really amazing. He actually guided a little villain into a good person. Moreover, before Master Roshi prepares to die, he also left Shenron as a seed of hope to the earth. This is justice. On the screen, Piccolo Daimao said disdainfully, "Ha, you almost ruined my big event." Shenron continued, "Tell me, what is your wish?" Piccolo shouted, "Restore my youth and restore my strongest strength." "Okay?" Piccolo looked at Shenron expectantly. "Very simple." Shenron's eyes flashed. In an instant, Piccolo's body became visibly younger. Everyone gasped again. Earth's Dragon Ball is so amazing. It can actually restore your youth. Why doesn't our universe have such good things? Only the Namekians can make Dragon Balls, said Cassie. Dragon Ball was made by someone of the same race as Piccolo Daimao. After regaining his youth, Piccolo Daimao became even more powerful. Ha ha ha, that's it. That's this powerful feeling. I'm young again. The whole body is full of strength. Shenron said, "Your wish has come true. Then, goodbye." There was a trace of cruelty on Piccolo's lips. "Sorry, I can't let you go like this." Shenron was confused. Piccolo suddenly sprayed out a ki blast from his mouth and hit Shenron directly. Boom! Shenron's body was instantly blown to pieces. Only one dragon claw fell. The 7 Dragon Balls also turned into stone. It was like a bolt of lightning penetrated Shenron's mind. How come? Even Shenron is dead. They cannot be resurrected. The light curtain gradually faded. It turned into a red light curtain. Everyone watching outside the screen was dumbfounded. Shenron is dead? Damn it, this Piccolo Daimao is so ruthless. He even dared to kill Shenron. It's incredible that Shenron, who can grant any wish, can die. Seeing this scene, Earth Dumpling also recalled the original fear. I watched Piccolo Daimao kill Shenron with my own eyes, and I was terrified. Shenron couldn't help sighing too. Yeah, Kelin was killed, and you, Teacher Yushin, are also dead. Even Shenron was killed. At that time, I thought the world was completely over. Vados, why is the light curtain fading? Don't cut it, I'm watching it with interest. Frieza, damn it, this Piccolo Daimao is so good at it, I have to learn from him. Vegeta, HMPH, you only need to have enough strength, it's really a big deal. Makarita, this experience really sends chills down my spine. Zeno shouted excitedly, it's so beautiful, it's so beautiful. Another Zeno asked, did that guy die in the end? He must be dead, otherwise how could Son Goku and Master Roshi be resurrected? Oh, that's right. However, what's next? I'm so looking forward to it. Yes, I also want to look behind. Grand Priest shrugged, sorry, Your Majesty Zeno, I can't control this viewing system. Okay, then wait a little longer. Zeno sighed helplessly. Whis looked at Master Roshi curiously, and asked, what's going on behind? Master Roshi said, I'm dead, and they told me what happened next. Krillin, otherwise, let Goku tell everyone. Beerus looked coldly, I advise you not to spoil it. The screen has been switched, let's continue watching. The blue screen faded, and the red screen immediately played. Red Goku also participated in the Tenkaichi Budokai again. The front is almost the same as the blue screen. Everyone reluctantly relive it again. Soon the progress reached the finals. Son Goku easily defeated Shenron, won the championship of the world's #1 martial arts club. The screen suddenly changed. The green-skinned monster Danblin came backstage at the tournament. When Danblin was snatching the tournament manual and the Dragon Ball, here comes Son Goku. Without saying a word, he stretched out a finger. A ray of light directly blasted Danblin into scum. This Goku is really quick. Seeing this scene, Kelin couldn't help but widen his eyes. That Goku is so fierce. Although I didn't know Goku, I didn't sacrifice to heaven. Sweat broke out on Shenron's forehead. That Goku is too strong. So small is so powerful. It is estimated that Piccolo Daimao can't hurt a finger of him. Master Roshi, that's right. I'm also worried that he will become stronger too quickly and become an arrogant guy. I didn't expect to go astray. Kelin shook his head and said, no, that Goku killed decisively. Although he has never attacked a good person, it has always been a fatal blow to a bad person. Not the same as our Goku. Our Goku is kinder than him. Son Goku covered his head and laughed. Ha ha ha. In fact, I just don't want such a powerful person to die. They will become stronger as they continue to practice. I feel very excited to be able to fight against stronger people. Frieza's mouth twitched. He glanced at Son Goku. So, he was resurrected for this reason. 23 That Goku is so handsome and warm to his family. The red light curtain continued to play. There are many people backstage at the martial arts competition at this moment. When he saw Son Goku, he didn't even say a word and killed Danblin directly. The martial arts masters were all shocked. He killed someone. He killed someone. The referee was also surprised and said, Mr. Goku, you killed someone. Although this person was a robber, killing is illegal. Son Goku frowned. Illegal? Do you know who he is? I killed the big bad guy. That's not what you said. We all know that you are strong, but if you defeat him, why kill him? Well, he didn't do anything. You rely on your martial arts skills to treat human life as trivial. You are not worthy of being the martial arts champion. It's just a bad guy. But we can still subdue him by working together. It's enough to send this kind of guy to prison. There's no need to kill him, right? Son Goku was originally very peaceful, but when he heard these words, His eyes turned cold. "Shut up, you guys. I'm just going to kill this little bastard. What can you do to me?" Suddenly, the small body exuded a strong murderous aura. Everyone was shocked. Looking at his murderous expression, they didn't dare to speak. Son Goku strolled out of the backstage of the martial arts competition, and no one dared to stop him. Others breathed a sigh of relief and looked at the killed Danbalin. "By the way, who is this guy? He actually dared to come to a martial arts club where masters gather to steal things." "I do not know." Everyone watching the movie was shocked. "Damn, this Goku is still so handsome. What can you do to me?" This is the temperament of a strong man. It was too early for him to take action. If he waited for that Danbalin to kill a few people, everyone knew how powerful he was. Those people should beg him to take action. Oh, it's hard to be a good person. On the premise that Danbalin didn't kill anyone, he was killed instantly. It was really neat. But even so, it can still be criticized by people. It's really a declining world and people's hearts are not as old as they used to be. Haha, public opinion is worthy of him, and their bunch of bastards are worthy of it. That's right, Goku's aura is not that strong. I have to say, that sentence really touched my heart. The older son Goku is so courageous. Bulma, that Goku is so domineering and handsome. Number 18 said angrily. Goku saved them from a disaster. He even complained about Goku. These people should be damned. Frieza had a wicked smile on his face. It's so funny that there are still people condemning that son Goku. If I were that son Goku, I would kill them all. Beerus, he should be so domineering. That Goku has the potential of gods of destruction. Son Goku shocked all the martial arts masters, walked out of the backstage, and came to Bulma's side. Bulma asked curiously, "Goku, what happened just now? Why is it so messy inside?" Son Goku said, "Bulma, don't wander around these days. Following me closely, an evil guy was born." Bulma was stunned for a moment, then hugged Goku's arm. "Then you have to protect me closely." Goku's face warmed up. He patted Bulma lovingly and said, "Yes, I will. However, in addition to your safety, your parents' safety must also be taken care of. Why don't I take you to Bozy Mountain and let my parents move to Xidu to protect them?" Bulma nodded and said softly, "Well, Goku is still thoughtful. Just in time. I miss my uncle and aunt too." With that said, Bulma took out a capsule. With a flick of the button, a jet appears. The two got on the jet and rushed towards Bozy Mountain. Bulma, who was watching the movie, couldn't help but feel shocked when he saw this scene. That Goku is so thoughtful. "Not only do you want to protect me, but you also protect my family immediately." "Oh wow, it's so heartwarming. My heart melts." Number 18's eyes flickered, and he said secretly, "He is really thoughtful." It seems that Piccolo Daimao appeared. With such a powerful force, he didn't immediately seek out the big devil and kill him, but to protect the girlfriend. While protecting his girlfriend, he also knows how to protect his girlfriend's family. He is so warm. Seeing this scene, Chichi felt extremely sour again. When my Goku saw Krillin dead, he chased after him like a mad dog regardless of life and death. Look how stable this Goku is. A bad guy appears, but he still knows how to protect his girlfriend and his girlfriend's family. This is the sense of responsibility. As soon as the scene changed, Piccolo Daimao broke out in cold sweat. Birdman's subordinates were shocked immediately. "My lord, what happened?" Piccolo said. "What happened? Danbalin died? Didn't he go to the martial arts club to get the list of contestants?" "Why?" Piccolo Daimao's eyes flickered. It seems that after so many years, a very powerful guy has appeared in this world, and even Danbalin is no match for him. Chowder immediately asked, "What should we do, Your Majesty the Demon King?" Piccolo Daimao's eyes turned cold. "In that case, then I will go meet that guy and let him see the terror of a big devil." "Go where Dameron died." "Yes, Your Excellency the Great Demon King." Xiaowu immediately controlled the spaceship and sped towards the #1 martial arts club in the world. The distance seemed very close, but just a moment later, Piccolo Daimao arrived. The audience has already left in 7s and 80s. However, there are still many players who participated in the martial arts tournament and are stranded here. Piccolo Daimao sensed Danbalin's body and went straight to the backstage of the martial arts meeting. Seeing Danbalin's body, Piccolo's eyes turned cold. Asked, "Who killed Danbalin?" Everyone was shocked when they saw Piccolo, especially the magic words on his chest. But due to the large number of people, some people still had the courage to ask, "Who are you?" Piccolo Daimao's eyes turned cold, and his pupils flashed with light. The light blasted the man into pieces in an instant. There was an instant silence. Noisy. "It is this great devil who is asking you, not you asking me. If you don't say anything, I'll kill you all." A spineless martial artist immediately said, "It is the champion of this martial arts tournament, Son Goku." There was cruelty in Piccolo's eyes. "Son Goku? Well, then you all go to hell." Everyone was shocked. "Why, aren't you?" Before they could react, Piccolo blasted several people with an energy wave. After a violent explosion, several martial arts masters were killed on the spot. HMPH, in order to prevent the existence of those who can master the demon sealing wave, I will kill any martial artist. Piccolo picked up the competition list on the ground and flipped it to the first place. Son Goku, what a brat. 24 Simbalu has been used as food before it comes. The scene changed, and Son Goku and Bulma arrived at Bozy Mountain. Son Goku said, "Dad, Mom, a Piccolo Daimao appeared. I want you to stay in Xidu for a few days to protect the brave couple, and by the way, also protect Xidu." Jin was stunned. Piccolo Daimao, what a fierce name. Is he very powerful? Bardock didn't take it seriously at all and said, "Do you want me to kill him?" Son Goku shook his head. "It's not that powerful, but I can kill him easily. But he hasn't come out yet, so it's hard to find him." "Dad, you only need to be responsible for protecting your family. I will take care of him," Bardock said. "It would be great if there were detectors. It would be easy to find him and kill him and there would be no threat." Son Goku said seriously, "Put aside the matter of the detector cultivation methods for the Earth's chi. I'll try to get it later." Not only can you sense the general location of powerful enemies, you can also control your own combat performance, thereby avoiding detection by that kind of detector. Now, the matter at hand is more critical. Mom and Dad, you must protect the braves and leave the rest to me. When Bardock heard about the breath cultivation method, his thoughts wandered for a long time. It seemed like he was remembering something. Jin touched Goku's head and said, Okay, we listen to you. Our little Kakarot has grown up. He, give me a kiss, Mum." On the same day, Bardock and Jin flew to Xidu under Goku's arrangement. Mr. and Mrs. Brive entertained them warmly. After all, it is an in-law relationship, and they get along very well. Goku and Bulma finished explaining. The two took the Dragon Ball radar and took the jet out of the western capital. While driving the jet, Boulma asked, "Goku, shouldn't we go and kill that Piccolo Daimao?" "Why still collect Dragon Balls?" "Because that Piccolo Daimao is also collecting Dragon Balls. It's hard to find him. But we have Dragon Ball, so finding Dragon Ball is much easier." Bulma suddenly realized. "Oh, got it. We don't even have to go to him. As long as we have the Dragon Ball in our hands, he will come looking for us too." Goku smiled and said, "Well, Bulma is so smart. Of course, I'm the daughter of a scientist." Diddy. The Dragon Ball radar beeped. Goku picked up the radar and immediately said, "Bulma, go to 1000 meters to land. There is a Dragon Ball below." "Really? We're so lucky. Sit tight, I'm about to land." Whoosh! The jet fell in a circle and landed smoothly on the ground. A huge grilled fish was grilled over a fire. Piccolo was tinkering with a grilled fish. He has a Dragon Ball hanging on his chest. Seeing someone coming, Yakiluobai immediately took precautions. "Who are you trying to steal my grilled fish?" Son Goku and Bulma both jumped out of the jet. Son Goku waved his hand. "Your broken grilled fish doesn't even have any seasoning, so I won't eat it for nothing." Bulma's expression brightened, and he saw the Dragon Ball on Yakiluo's chest. "Goku, look, the Dragon Ball is there." "I see it," Bulma said. "Little fat man, give us the Dragon Ball on your neck." Archibald was stunned. "You said this, I won't give it to you." Son Goku smiled. "Then I'll trade you something delicious." "Okay." Piccolo took a sip of saliva. "What's delicious?" Son Goku glanced at the sky and smiled mysteriously. "It should be coming soon. Just wait." Ever since, Son Goku and Bulma put the jet away. As soon as Piccolo heard about the delicious food, he immediately became greedy. "Look at the grilled fish again. It's already cooked." "Are they trying to trick me into grilling fish?" Piccolo's stomach was already growling. So he stopped waiting and started to cook, and he was still on guard while eating. He was afraid that they would steal his grilled fish. Son Goku and Bulma smiled helplessly and could only stay away from him. People watching the movie laughed. "This guy actually protected the food, which made me laugh to death." Frieza said, "I've obviously seen the Dragon Ball, so why don't I just grab it?" "That's a long way to go." Vegeta looked at Frieza and said, "Frieza, that Goku lives on Earth, and robbing people's things is only done by bad guys. Although Goku is more ruthless, he also has certain principles in doing things." Frieza laughed. "Oh ho 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 ho, I didn't expect that. Vegeta, who killed so many people back then, turned out to be a good guy." Vegeta snorted coldly. "Humphrey, I have never considered myself a good person. But since I live on Earth, I should abide by the rules of the Earth." Master Roshi looked at the picture intently, blinked and said, "That Bulma seems to be gentler and more beautiful." Vados covered his mouth and smiled. "Of course, with such a good boyfriend by my side, I have always been in a good mood, naturally more gentle." Number 18. Yes, women's irritability is caused by bad men. Son Goku immediately signaled them to be quiet. Okay, don't make any noise." I couldn't even hear what Bulma and I were saying. There was clearly a trace of anger on number 18's face, but nothing was said. "Piccolo, I heard it." Goku asked Bulma if he had any wishes. "Krillin, isn't that right? He didn't even collect Dragon Balls, but he has already started preparing wishes." Number 17 said meaningfully, "That Goku and Bulma should have brought a lot of snacks, right? Even before Simba arrives. He is already being used as a spare ingredient. He seems to be very good at getting by. However, I always feel that something is wrong. That Goku seems to have foresight of many things." Beerus, I feel like that Goku might be a person who traveled through time and has a lot of secrets. Son Goku, if that was the case, he probably wouldn't have killed Piccolo. Piccolo Daimao and the gods are one. If Piccolo dies, the god will die and the Dragon Ball will be ineffective. Piccolo had sweat on his forehead and did not dare to speak. I hope Goku is right. Strictly speaking, he and the original Piccolo Daimao have a father-son relationship and are not the same person. I was afraid that I would be cold before I was born in another world. 25 True Blue Spirit, Master Roshi comes to die again. In a short while, Yakilu ate up a grilled fish. Such a big fish, bigger than Chilobe. After eating everything, Yakilu rubbed his stomach and said, "I'm not full." Bulma exclaimed, "Goku, that guy seems to have a bigger appetite than you." Yakilu said, "I hope you don't lie to me. Why haven't the ingredients come yet?" At this moment, a black shadow covered the two of them. Simbalu fell from the sky. A smile curled up on Son Goku's mouth. "Here we come. This is the best ingredient." While speaking, Simbalu had already landed on the ground. He said arrogantly, "Hey, you guys, have you found any beads with stars here? If you don't answer honestly, you will be killed." Archie frowned. "Is this really an ingredient?" The tone is not small. Simbalu was furious. "What ingredients? You actually want to treat me as an ingredient? It seems that I want you to." Before he finished speaking, Simbalu saw the Dragon Ball on Yakirobe's chest. Simbalu was pleasantly surprised. It turns out that the Dragon Ball is on you. It's great. Just as Simbalu was about to snatch the Dragon Ball, Son Goku flashed forward. A split leg hit Simbalu on the back of the neck. Bang! There was a muffled sound. Simbalu's eyes widened instantly. Bloodshot eyes burst out. Simbalu rolled his eyes and fell to the ground abruptly. In a blink of an eye, Son Goku pulled out the long wooden stick that was grilling the fish just now. With a puff, the wooden stick went straight through Simbalu's body and stood on top of the fire. Seeing this scene, Yakilu was dumbfounded. Shocked. This kid is really fierce. While speaking, Son Goku clapped his hands and said, "The ingredients are already on the shelf. You can give me the Dragon Ball." Yakirobe woke up from the shock and nodded in disbelief. Here you are." Ever since, Son Goku and Bulma got the Dragon Ball, Son Goku put away the Dragon Ball and said, "Leave quickly after eating, or Piccolo Daimao will come." Regardless of Yakilu still confused, the two stepped on the jet and flew away towards the next Dragon Ball. The scene changes. Piccolo Daimao is looking for Son Goku's whereabouts. However, there has been no trace of him. The martial arts masters who participated can only be slaughtered one by one. At this time, there was still a martial Taoist under his feet, who hadn't completely died yet. News of many martial arts masters dying one after another has begun to be broadcast on TV, and the whole world has fallen into panic. When the surviving host saw the news, he was suddenly surprised. It turned out that the person Son Goku killed was a subordinate of the great devil who almost ruled the world hundreds of years ago. No wonder he was so ruthless. Suddenly, Piccolo Daimao was shocked again. "Damn it, Simbalu was looking for the Dragon Ball for us, and he was killed too. Have there been so many powerful martial arts masters in this world?" Sweat broke out on Piccolo Daimao's forehead. For a moment, his eyes became ferocious. Go to the direction where Simbalu died." Chowder swallowed. "Okay, let's go." After finishing speaking, Piccolo Daimao quickly flew in the direction of Simbalu's death, regardless of completely killing the martial artist under his feet. Chowder glanced at the Dragon Ball radar and was taken aback. "Your Majesty the Great Demon King, several Dragon Balls are flying towards us." Piccolo Daimao's eyes flickered. HMPH, it must be the guy who killed Simbalu. Xiaowu, Exu and Chao Pot Rice were all frightened and gathered together. "Then, what should we do?" Piccolo Daimao snorted coldly. "Why panic? Who can be my Piccolo Daimao's opponent?" The corner of Miscellaneous Rice's mouth twitched and said, "Your Excellency, the Great Demon King, the Dragon Ball will arrive at our place in half an hour. Look." Piccolo Daimao gave Chowder a hard look. "Cowardly things. When you get there, you stay on the spaceship, and I'll kill him." Xiaowu was pleasantly surprised. Really, Your Excellency, Great Demon King, you are really nice." Mixed Rice pointed forward. "It's in that direction." However, the words have not been finished yet, and the spaceship has not yet moved. Three figures appeared in the direction that Chowder Rice was pointing at. A bald old man stood majestically not far from them, followed by two bald heads, one tall and one short. "Piccolo Daimao, come and die." The people watching the movie were shocked. "Damn it, it's Master Roshi again. He's here to die." Three bald heads challenge Piccolo Daimao. This look is a bit funny. Actually, Piccolo Daimao is also bald. Yes, they are all bald. Jiro's exclaimed, "I withdraw my contempt for Master Roshi." Unexpectedly, the Master Roshi of the two worlds are equally great. Although lustful, but the sense of responsibility is still very strong. Toppo clenched his fists and said excitedly, "Knowing that you are invincible, you risk your life to die. This kind of spirit is worth learning." Vegeta, TCH. "They will be fine after a while of cultivation." "What are they doing here, just dying for no reason?" Kelin said worriedly. "I and Shinhan from that world are also here. Could it be that I will inevitably die?" Number 18 smiled and said, "Unexpectedly, Kelin in that world has a lot of backbone." Number 18, "Don't laugh at me, I might die in that world." Wise said, "It seems that the strategy is different." They plan to work together to defeat Piccolo Daimao. Beerus, Looks like it is. Master Roshi curiously said, no, I should know how to leave the hope of martial Taoists on Earth. Son Goku's expression brightened. I understand that Grandpa Turtle must have regarded the other me as his last hope. So take Shinhin and Kelin to challenge Piccolo Daimao. Number 17 nodded. Huh? That seems to be right. Goku in that world seems to be very bright. He didn't experience any bitter battles in the martial arts tournament, and he always solved his opponents in one round. Master Roshi suddenly realized, slapped his head and said, so that's the case, I almost forgot. There is also a very powerful Goku in that world. If you like this audiobook, subscribe the channel for more videos like this. And join my Patreon if you want to support me. Leave some comment and let me know if you guys like this story, or you have a web novel you like and want to hear its audiobook. I will be happy to create them for you. Please like, share, and leave a comment on the video.